CP3 got fired on his day off. That's kind of crazy. No Giannis news yet? Getting murdered on a timeline for what? I mean, bro, like there ain't no resolution for the this whole thing, man. There ain't no resolution whatsoever. This shit is wild. Let's see here. What are they talking about, Giannis? Giannis reportedly asked for a trade before the season started, per Windhorse. It reportedly appeared that Giannis committed himself to the Bucks for the season in everything he said and his mood, but had asked for a trade before the season. Bucks are 9-13 and have gone 1-5 when he's not playing. Holy shit. So we're talking about JK now? I mean, JK should be traded. I mean, quite blank simple. He should be traded. That's all. He should just be traded. There's no two ways around it. Let's just trade him. But what's this about Giannis?
He's gonna be a Laker, and you're gonna hate us.
I mean, I hate y'all regardless. What's the
He,
difference?
nah, I'm kidding. I'm not saying he's gonna be a Laker. It's gonna be. This is gonna be kind of like an Anthony Davis situation where they're gonna send him where he wants to go. Um, I only see him being a Laker if he blatantly comes out and says he only wants to be a Laker, which I don't see happening.
Yeah.
If he makes like a list saying, "Oh, Knicks, Lakers, and Heat," I think he'll be a Knick. But you can't count anything out. Like I wouldn't. The NBA is so unpredictable, and the way Luca actually reaches out and recruits people, I'm not gonna rule it out. But I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, we're gonna get him for sure."
Yeah. I saw this clip earlier. I was actually laying in bed probably about an hour ago, and I saw this.
This isn't about Pods versus. It's about Steve's consistent favoritism that is so illogical. It just doesn't make sense.
Spock. Going Spock.
Were they not searching for offense last night against one of the most prolific offenses in the game?
Well, that's the thing in all this. Like, and again, no one's going to say this is a moral victory when you lose in the NBA, when you need to stack wins, because this is the same Warriors like season we saw last year. Like that, this is literally, it's playing out the exact same way. The bench made a run you didn't have their two best players. Yay, great, but you came up short. There were some nice moments. There were some fun moments in that game. Seth Curry, yeah, I'm intrigued. That helps going forward. And you're going to be without.
Oh, I love it.
By the way, you're going to be without his brother Steph for this road trip, this 3-game road trip. And you're probably going to be without Jimmy Butler, I would assume, if he had left knee soreness, because that's what they're calling it when he left. I thought it was an ankle too, because his shoe came off, but they're calling it left knee soreness.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, so CJ, you're asking what happened with Pods? I mean, listen, like they made an adjustment on him. That's all that happened. You see, like the really good players in the NBA, they have a bag. They have counters, right? So, the colloquial term for having counters is having a bag, Having a bag is people clown it for having a bag, but when the defense does one thing, you can do another thing. They throw something else at you. You can do something else, right? And so on and so forth. Like that's literally what good and great players do. You know what I'm saying? Like they just have all these things that no matter what you throw at them, they have a counter for it, you know? It's kind of like King, right? You say something to King and he has a rebuttal. It's not always something smart, but the nigga always has a rebuttal. You know what I'm saying? He has counters. It's not always great counters because half of the shit that he says, probably about 80% of the shit that he says is nonsense, but he always got some shit to say. You know? Always got some shit to say.
I'm the most feminist nigga in here.
Right? So that's what it is, right? Like you got multiple things that you can go to. So Pods last night, you know, he played well at first, but then they started to add some pressure to it. You know what I'm saying? They started to take some things away from him. And then you saw what happened.
Morgan Freebrand.
You know what I'm saying? So they just took things away from him. But let me play this video again and just listen to what these guys are saying.
This isn't about Pods versus. It's about Steve's consistent favoritism that is so illogical. It just doesn't make sense.
Going Spock.
Were they not searching for offense last night against one of the most prolific offenses in the game?
Well, that's the thing in all this. Like, and again, no one's going to say this is a moral victory when you lose in the NBA, when you need to stack wins, because this is the same Warriors like season we saw last year. Like that, this is literally, it's playing out the exact same way. The bench made a run you didn't have their two best players. Yay, great, but you came up short. There were some nice moments. There were some fun moments in that game. Seth Curry, yeah, I'm intrigued. That helps going forward. And you're going to be without.
Oh, I loved it.
By the way, you're going to be without his brother Steph for this road trip, this 3-game road trip. And you're probably going to be without Jimmy Butler, I would assume, if he had left knee soreness, because that's what they're calling it when he left. I thought it was an ankle too, because his shoe came off, but they're calling it left knee soreness.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
You know, here's my critique with JK, right? Here's my critique. I think you got to fight through the shit mentally. You know, I really think you got to fight through the shit mentally. Because they're throwing hurdles at you. It is so obvious that they're trying to throw hurdles at you. It's ridiculous. And I feel like he has to fight through that mentally, if that makes any sense. You have to fight through it mentally. Because you're clearly being fucked with. You know what I'm saying? You're clearly being fucked with. So it's either you just wait it out, don't say a word, or you just kind of fight through the thing mentally. I want him to fight through it mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Morgan Freebrand.
Hey, Eric, I just want to say this and then I'll hop off. To that point,
Yeah.
I'm not in favor of everyone just like blaming Kerr for this, that, and the third, or trying to baby JK. At the end of the day, bro, JK just got to take it. I'm just being real with y'all. Like,
Yeah.
if you know what I'm saying, like he just got to be that guy and just take it.
I think he just has to fight through it. Like to be dead ass honest with you, he just needs to fight through whatever hurdles are being thrown at him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's clearly what they're doing, right? So you just need to fight through it. I think he'll eventually be traded, right? But I need to see more of that dog in you instead of just kind of taking what they give you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need to see from him. Because, you know, it's almost like I saw what was being said to him, you know, I got relayed some information and I saw what was being said. And I was like, give me a fucking break, bro. You know? And at that point, you just got to say, fuck you, and just and just go get it and just go do what's required or go do what's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Because they're in your head now, bro, and it's clear that they're in your head. It's clear because, you know, the the wild part about this is that he's told not to take certain shots, and then I'm watching Pat Spencer and I'm watching Buddy Hield, I'm watching fucking Pods take the same type of shots that he's not allowed to take. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to Jordan Poole route, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just wicked. They aren't 30%. The fuck are you talking about? They all suck. The fuck are you? Them fuck do you mean? So he's being told not to do something, right? And they have the green light to do it. What the fuck sense does that make? Do you not understand what I'm saying? All right, you might have a certain bias, but how can the rules apply to bums? Don't apply to bums, but they apply to like the one talented dude that we got out there. How the fuck does that make any sense?
What's up, bro?
What's good?
Bro? What's funny is that everybody, even people who don't like JK, they see like even though Pat played good yesterday, Pat either he's saying fuck what Steve is talking about and doing what he wants, or he has the green light to shoot what he wants. Because the shit that Pat be doing would literally get JK if he wasn't making no money, fucking sent to the shadow realm. You would never see JK again if he was doing the shit that Pat was doing. Well, it worked yesterday. It didn't work, but he was scoring. He was decent yesterday, but any other day, whew,
Okay. When the defense ain't planning for you, right? You can score a few buckets here and there. You see
Yo,
what happened to Pods
that's
yesterday?
what. Wait. That's what happened to Will Richard. But then they started game planning for him. Will Richard ain't been scoring nothing.
Once they make a tweak against you, it's over, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Let's not overreact to Pat Spencer, bro,
bro.
because
Pat's not
I think it's a
Pat's
two-way
not
player
good.
for a reason.
He's not. He fucking sucks. Like he's not good. He's
Because
not.
bro,
Well, can I give us? I may be able to give a tidbit here about that, though, Urkel. He is a symptom of something that if you let people kind of like, maybe yes, he's not good, but you can. There's ways to get points without having to run that fucking system. That's what it is. I would say. Do you disagree with me on that?
Oh no, I agree with that.
yeah.
Like he could. Like if you watched last night, you came back running the system. No, you did.
We came back running pick and
Let me
rolls.
be 100% honest with y'all,
Steve
right?
literally said it.
Let me be 100% honest with y'all, right? Steve don't want talented guys on the team, okay?
100%.
He wants guys that's going to do what Steve doesn't think that they're talented players in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? He wants robots out there. Remember
It's the
years
same.
ago? Hold on. Remember years ago when him and Draymond kicked off in the locker room and Draymond said, "I'm not
OKC.
a robot."
2016.
Yeah, February
Why not?
2016,
Robot.
OKC.
Yes. So why did Draymond say, "I'm not a fucking robot"?
Because he could do more, and Kerr doesn't want him to.
This is like 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's approaching 10 years ago. In February, it'll be 10 years that Draymond said, "I'm not a fucking robot," right? Now, when you get to this thing now and you start to look at it, and you say, why did Draymond say I'm not a fucking robot? And 10 years later, we're using the term robots. Kerr wants robots. That's what he wants, bro. He doesn't want talented dudes out there. He wants robots, okay? So when I tell you that certain guys wouldn't work, like I say, like a dude like Kamara wouldn't work, he would not work, right? And I have examples of why a guy like that wouldn't work.
Yeah, Eric,
He can defend. Kelly Oubre could defend as well. Kelly Oubre didn't work. Oubre was actually good defensively. I'm not deflecting. I'm giving you examples. You are not giving me no examples, Oak Tree. I'm giving you examples. This is about Kamara.
Oak
I
Tree.
said GP2. Does GP2 look like he fucking works to you? He's a bum. And
Yeah,
that's
he
a
should
part
be
of
out the
the
league.
fucking problem.
He should be out of the league.
Holy
Dog,
shit.
the most annoying thing about the game last night, like I hate when Steve Kerr does this like hypocritical bullshit, right? So if you want to say, okay, I benched JK because he was 3 for 10, fine. He didn't make shots, fine. Why did Buddy Hield play 9 minutes in the fourth? We never get consistency across the board. Every time a player gets benched, whether it be Moody or JK, there's another guy out there that's doing the exact same shit. Buddy Hield doesn't fucking guard. And he wasn't hitting shots. So what the fuck was Buddy Hield in the game in the fourth for 9 minutes for?
And the thing is, and to make it worse, it's not even just J.K. Moody. Why the fuck is Moody and Will Richard all of a sudden not playing? They started the game
Hey,
and they're
what's
barely playing in the second half. Why?
the
It's
fun?
like they
The
start
fun.
the third quarter and then you
So
barely see them again after that.
So so
Why?
Irk made a point earlier, and I always refer to that same point as far as in the guys that Steve Kerr wants. I always refer to it as like Nick Saban as well, right? Nick Saban always recruited quarterbacks that he could manipulate and break down. They'll never be first round draft picks outside of like Tua, Hurts, and I think
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. But all the other guys, the AJ
Oh, and
McCarron, the
Bryce
Greg
Young.
McElroys, yeah, Bryce Young, but Bryce Young is like towards the end of the regime, but this point of when I've been using it was before Bryce was even drafted. Basically, you can kind of see it, right?
Stop
Where
going off topic. What the fuck, bro? Go back
you,
to the fucking basketball. The fucking Bryce Young has to do with this bullshit.
Get off the stage, Benjo. He's making a fucking point, bro. Don't be rude.
yeah, this dude is a big idiot, and that's the reason why you can't grasp it. So my larger point is anytime you have a person who doesn't make up that body of work, whether it's Spurs system, like Steven Jackson, not saying that he was a top 5 draft pick and he was supposed to be a focal point, but Jonathan Kuminga in this situation, right? The Warriors have played their best this season when Jonathan Kuminga was in that lineup and a heavy focal point. I'm not saying he should be more usage or whatever, but I'm just simply saying as far as in what he provides relative to what the teammates does not. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I asked somebody the other day, I don't think Pajimski is better than Patrick Spencer. And for them to say that Pods, not saying he didn't have a good game last night, but for them to say that he's untouchable, and then for them to do JK how they've done him since the season has carried on, to me, I just can't understand it, bro. And to me, it's an indictment, really. Urkel mentioned Draymond Green in the 2016 game against OKC. I also think that's one of the bigger reasons why a lot of people don't want to play for this team. It's not just because of the Draymond tax, it's because of the Steve Kerr tax, to where if there's some things that you bring to the table, they're going to scrap that from you. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Jonathan Kuminga doesn't need to play no more games for the Warriors
He needs to
because
go, bro.
if Urkel said he's going to be more passive because they're telling him to,
Yep.
and then he's going to get bashed on the TL. I almost think you're self-sabotaging this dude to
Yo,
where it's
Bruce,
like,
Bruce,
don't
Bruce,
show us your superpowers,
Bruce.
bro. Just be
Yesterday,
a failure.
I got a text message, right?
And good
I
morning,
saw,
everybody. Good
good
morning.
morning, good morning.
Good
And I
morning.
saw what was being said,
Good morning, brother.
right? And it's the same shit that happened in the game, bro. I literally watched them say, just pass the ball around, don't be aggressive, blah, blah, blah. And I saw that shit and I was like, okay. So what is
Wait,
he supposed to be out there doing?
so Irk,
Hurt.
did he get benched because he was aggressive in the third quarter? Are we fucking
Hold on.
serious?
But that's
Let me get this
exactly
off.
what happened.
Are we
Hold on, let me get
fucking
this off.
serious?
We gotta
Wow.
call a spade too, right? All the scoring that he was doing, nobody cared about that. They all said, "Oh, he needs to do the little things outside of scoring." Now that he's not scoring and he's doing the little things, it also doesn't matter. So
Mhm.
what do we
How
want as a
can I
fan base?
say? How can I say something is going to happen? And by the way, Shadow didn't tell me this. You know what I'm saying? Shadow didn't tell me this. And this is solid. Like, this is fucking solid, right? There ain't no way. This is solid. If I tell you if somebody sends me something and then the shit happens, I'm like, oh,
Bro, we closed a game, right? A close game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, best team in the fucking league. Shea is arguably the best player in the world. We closed that game with 4 guards and Draymond Green. Draymond's at the 5. We have 4 guards out there. Buddy Hield is fucking guarding Shea to close the game. Are we fucking serious?
What you mean we're dead serious? You know Steve Kerr
Buddy
praised Buddy
Hield?
Hill's defense last night?
That's the best fucking option we have against the best fucking player in the world?
Steve Kerr
But I'm
praised
gonna
Buddy
be
Hill's
honest with
defense
you.
last night.
I'm gonna be honest with you. While I feel your pain, you can't even ask that question. I mean, these are the guys that Steve Kerr wants. He
Bro, it's
Right,
wants
just
don't
four
dead. That's what I'm saying.
guards.
That's what
it
I'm
was a
saying, Bruce. These
4-point
niggas is dead
game.
serious. I don't know why.
Steve Kerr,
Bruce, I'm
Steve
watching the
Kerr.
game. I'm like, is Steve Kerr gonna make a
now hold
sub?
on.
What's gonna
Hold on.
happen?
Hold on. I
These are
get
the
that
Steve
we have
Kerr
a bunch
guys,
of
man.
guards, right? We do have a bunch of guards on the team, right? But I mean, we can still complain about why the fuck we have all of them guards on the team.
Steve Kerr.
Bro, we got like 10 guards.
This is who.
Let me tell you something, bro. Mike Dunleavy, right? Mike Dunleavy is an errand boy for Steve Kerr.
100%.
Mike
100%.
Dunleavy is completely useless. Okay,
100%.
fucking useless. He's an errand boy for Steve Kerr, and the reason why this team is the way that it is because of fucking Steve Kerr.
Yep.
That's why.
Yep.
Steve Kerr cannot evaluate talent. Steve Kerr thinks
can't.
that all of these dudes are good, bro. They're not.
The thing is, Irk, you said it in the spaces last night. The system itself is going to give us this kind of roster where we have no size, 7 guards on the roster, can't rebound, can't even score when they're all on the court. Like the only time we actually look pretty decent scoring is when Seth was scoring last night, and he hadn't played the whole season, but he getting more minutes than JK. Like there's a fundamental issue at hand here. Like this is red alert. This is like alerts going all off because, bro, the league has evolved. Like the Thunder, they're young, but they have the IQ of a Warriors team. That right there, that changes everything. They make as many threes, if not more threes than us, and they're bigger and they rebound. They could play small, they could play big. We just play one
Bruce.
style. We're
Or
trying to do
L-Dot.
we're basically
JK
trying to be
had
the
7
2018
boards.
Rockets without defense. That's not gonna work, bro.
L-Dot. JK had 7 boards in 16 minutes. We were getting killed on the boards in the fourth quarter. Like, bro, it's just I don't understand. I understand it and I don't understand it. I just don't
The
get
reality.
You know what it is before you go, Bruce? Like Kerr is just so beholden to his system. And there was a
Yep.
quote he said at the beginning of the season, and I knew this was the case. That lineup that closed out against Denver, he said, I didn't ever even thought about that lineup coming into the season. Everybody in the fan base, that was the first lineup they thought of. He didn't even think
Yeah.
about that. Why? Because he was thinking about the number of ball handlers that needed to be on the court and the number of guards. That's how gone he is, bro. This man
And-
needs a fundamental, like, complete wipe
No,
of
he
his
needs to be
mind in terms
fired.
of
That's
the
what I'm
office,
I'm
or
gonna be
he
honest
needs
with
to
you.
go.
I'm gonna be honest with you, L-Dot. You see, before like this past year or two, I would never have made that suggestion. But what I've
He needs to be
realized,
fired. He needs to be gone. Simple.
things will never get better as it relates to Steph Curry unless you,
Bro,
one,
He
get a
doubles and
seismic shirt.
triples down on it. He doesn't.
Correct.
He
Correct.
doesn't change.
And
He
and
doubles
and
and triples down on
he,
it.
he doesn't make a change even if Steph Curry is not on the floor. And what that tells me is you believe it's been your system and you don't believe it's been Steph Curry. Even if
100%.
you want to say prime Klay Thompson and prime guys, you don't even vision it that way because if you did, you would make adjustments, right? Like kudos to Nick Nurse and guys like Eric Spoelstra who just tried things that are not conventional and it worked. Whether it's a box and one, right? Whether it's a variation of zone on the defensive end, like it's not making any sense. And the reason why you can't absolve Kerr from any blame this particular season is because like you're looking at teams like the Atlanta Hawks, bro. They playing good. You're looking at so many other teams who probably have no business being relevant today, and they're relevant. And I can't make the argument that they have a better player than Steph Curry on the team, let alone even a Jimmy Butler. You can't absolve them from blame, bro. This is nasty.
We
This
have
is
this many
nasty.
guard. You know why we have this many guards on the roster? Steve Kerr's system, bro.
I'm looking at correct, because these are his ideal players, right?
The thing is, there's no more guys like Iguodala and Estat in the league anymore. So if I was a coach, I'd be like, well, those players don't exist. Let me adjust my system to account for the talent that is
Lee,
available.
Lee,
He
Lee,
never did that.
Lee. Let's not make any bones about it, right? Iguodala and Sean. You see when Steph was off the court, Iguodala and Sean, they did a couple of things, right?
Yeah.
They played great defense, but let's not lie, bro. When they were out there, Iguodala and Sean, the offense was fucking awful. It
It was a
always,
negative.
even with those guys, bro, even with
Wait,
the
wait,
high
wait.
guys and all
Or
of that.
did people think the offense was good when we had Sean and Iggy on floor with
Yes,
No,
Steph?
I
yes.
think
What?
the only thing that
It was awful.
here's what Sean and Iggy brought to the table. They were veterans that knew their role. They didn't have to be yo-yoed every game. They were a constant. That is definitive. But the notion of that, like the team being like miles better, that was never the case.
Listen,
The team is miles better precisely because of Steph.
Just got a
listen,
bunch of
those
stops.
guys, those guys got to play off of something. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now, when the league was a little bit smaller, right, from the guard spot or whatever, right, or the guys that they used to throw on Sean. So Sean would make plays, and then he would then get the mismatch, but he would get the mismatch on like smaller players. You know what I'm saying? And he would damn
Yep.
near score every time, right?
Yep.
So
Punish them. Mhm.
that was kind of a cheat code. You know what I'm saying? So they were constantly hunting mismatches with him, and you couldn't really double him because you had Steph and Clay out there. So the minute you doubled him, like you just make the pass, and the ball would rotate, and they would get a bucket, right? They made an adjustment on Sean, and then they just threw bigger players out there at him. Now he wasn't hunting guards anymore. It was like other like-sized people. So there really wasn't like a mismatch anymore, right? But this thing that we're doing now, where we just got all guards out there, and all right, where the fuck did these guys come from, bro?
You mean like
So
teams or like
no, like on our team, right? So we wonder like why the team looks the way that it looks. Is anyone other than that idiot Oak Tree in the chat under any illusion why this team is the way that it is because of these guards? Because it's because of the guards, bro.
Yeah,
Yes.
bro. We're the only team, bro. The Thunder, Mark Daigneault made it a master judgment. He took Chet out at the end of the second quarter, and he just played J Dub, and it was either J Dub at center or they had J Will, and then they were just pounding us inside. Like, oh, we couldn't get anything in the paint. You couldn't score. You couldn't get to the paint. You couldn't score in the paint. You couldn't do anything.
Kirk?
And guess what
Kirk,
Steve does? He puts four guards out there.
I re-listened to your spaces last night, and one of the things that you said you wasn't really going to harp on because you wasn't trying to put a negative light on Draymond was like his negative 17. Even when you focus on the early Warriors, Draymond was always impactful on both ends of the floor, right? Even if he was only averaging 11 points, even if the defense, he would get beat here and there a couple times, he was just very impactful and he made you pay. Now it's like if he makes a three, it's like, appreciate you, but like, bro, you've been like 2 for 58 the past couple games. So it don't really have that same effect.
But the thing
Um,
is, though, the thing is, he'll make threes, but it doesn't matter because the other 50 possessions, like they're
correct,
running the shot clock down to 2 seconds and the ball's going back to
correct,
him and he's taking fadeaway shots, or Pat
correct.
Spencer's getting fadeaway shots. Like the dude who's the best player or the most talented player on the court, like Kaminga, doesn't even get a chance to shoot. He's scared to shoot
Yo.
because he's scared of being taken out the game. It's just compounding
But
of
but
just
but
issues
and the
that's
thing
on his team.
and I said this when a couple years ago, Eldad, you probably can't remember, but I was saying like coaches have to be careful with the pecking order and why and how they can fracture a locker room. And I'm just telling you, like the locker room has been fractured over the past couple years for so many different reasons. Right, like you got players like Wiggins at the point in time being held to a standard as if he's the second highest paid player on the team. Then now you pick and choose. Like Seth Curry is one of my favorite players just because he's a Curry, bruh. You mean to tell me that like you playing Seth more than certain people and you feel more, empowered to play him, and we've seen you yo-yo other guys. You know what I'm saying? Like we seen you bench Kaminga once he started struggling and play Will and Moody more. Moody has been struggling. Like Will, I'm not even worried about Will because he's a rookie. Moody's been struggling. You know what I mean? And it's like I just don't get it, bro. It's like you just continue to keep doing things to empower some people and to make it seem like it's favoritism. And then it's like we seen Pat Spencer play good. And to me, I just would continue to keep going with Pat Spencer. I'm not sure where you would go back to mood odds,
Odds.
but yeah, this whole thing, bro, it's been a shit show, bro.
But bro, think
Bro,
about it. We talk about the Lakers defense, their backcourt, right? With Luca and Reeves. But those dudes can actually they're really good scorers, and
Listen to
Luca's a
me.
generational scorer.
Listen
And
to me.
Right.
we expect to win with
Anthony Lamb, right?
talk about it. Talk about it.
with him.
Anthony Lamb
Like, what?
had hold on. Anthony Lamb had positional size. We can all agree with that, right?
Yep,
Why is Anthony Lamb not in the league right now?
exactly.
No, seriously. If Anthony Lamb was this really, really good player, why is he not in the league? You know what I'm saying? Like, if Kerr is this great talent evaluator, right? Why isn't Anthony Lamb in the league?
Or Alfonso McKinney.
Or any of those guys? Like, listen, because they're not good players, bro. They're not good. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, hey, bro, this is a larger thing that's going on with Kerr, right? I think there is like a bigger picture agenda that Steve Kerr has, right? Because I think he has aspirations outside of coaching. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I heard that everybody was in the front office was pissed off with Steve last night, dog. They were
Oh
pissed
yeah?
off. Yeah, bro.
That's interesting.
I think Kerr has larger aspirations outside of the coaching shit. I think
Oh
he
yeah.
Wait,
he's going to politics. I think he wants to run an organization, bro. That's
You
what
know
I
what
think.
else? You know what's interesting to me, Eric? I just tweeted it. I think Butcher Boy is probably the first person in the Bay Area media who's called out Kerr in his coaching.
Right.
I don't think this has
On the
ever
roast?
happened.
You talk about on
Like,
the roast?
yeah, like
Yeah.
no one on, and I love Marcus, like Marcus, TK, Slater.
Yeah, but
None of
love,
those dudes
love,
ever called out
love.
Kerr.
Here's the thing, L. Dot, because I'm very familiar
Butcher
with a
Boy's
lot
a
of
radio
those.
guy, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
So
little
it's
bit different
one
with the
thing.
radio, but the
No, but
radio
see,
dudes, they never call out Kerr.
but L. Dot,
No. But it's one thing to call out a guy on the radio as opposed to you're going to go in the locker room, interview a guy,
right.
But I'm saying both of these things have never transpired, period.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
but L. Dot, you know the reason why a lot of these journalists don't do it? They don't want to take the, let's say, Grant Cohn approach
oh
to the
yeah, they don't want to be a
49ers
realtor.
because they don't want to be looked at as a villain or lose
Yes,
access.
yes.
I promise you, I respect Grant Cohn. I've been following this dude for years where Sports Illustrated is concerned, and I appreciate you asking these coaches these hard questions as opposed to just being buddy and preparing for tea time. Let's ask some real questions, bro. And like let's get the Mark Steins back in there who's not gonna be
Bro,
afraid to ask a superstar question.
there is a lot of guys in the media, right, who remember that Grant shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Is anyone in the audience not familiar with is there anyone in the audience that's not familiar with what happened with Grant?
Grant. Who's Grant?
No. Sorry, not Grant, but Drew Schiller.
Oh yeah. Educate
Yeah.
them, Eric. Educate them.
Yeah,
All right, so
he became a
so
realtor.
so he must have said something about or he said something that Kerr said, like he relayed something that Kerr was said. Kerr went up to the podium and Kerr went the fuck off. Next thing you know, this dude is selling real estate.
Right.
Like literally,
it's
bro. Like
crazy.
he got fired and all of that stuff. And the motherfucker was selling real estate within a couple of months. I swear to God, bro.
Bro,
Yeah.
Kerr got institutional power like that?
Huh?
A lot of these,
Kerr got
a lot of these.
institutional power like that?
Come on,
Yes,
man.
he does, bro. Yes, like
Come on, man.
nigga.
A lot
But
of
the
these
Steve,
nigga's
people
an
got
idiot,
come
bro.
on.
a lot of these people got cachet like that, bro.
The
You don't even
Like,
hear
that's
Bro,
nobody
why they
talk
don't
niggas is
be
about it.
genuinely
doing.
just scared to speak up, bro. That's what this is, bro.
This,
Yes,
bro, I'm
This is
telling you,
bullshit, bro.
most of these questions that you see even get asked, it's not even the hard nosed questions, bro.
You know, so now I have a full view of it, right? But you see, when I see it on a Team USA level, and I see the
Hmm.
nonsense happen at a Team USA level,
Exactly.
that's when I start
Exactly.
to say, okay, all right,
Yes.
where it is.
Exactly. There's no
That's
reason
Bro,
where,
why Tatum shouldn't
Irk, you
have
never
not
questioned
played,
this
bro.
nigga before that, bro?
huh?
You never questioned this nigga Kerr before Team USA?
I
No,
was
he
kind of
did.
blind to it, to be perfectly honest with you. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
But
Now,
Irk, we questioned it back then. We just ignored it. Like when we first saw whiff of this was 2016 in Game 7 when you put Verja in the game. That's when I was like, oh shoot. I really
Yeah,
hope
and
this is
Festus
not
Ezeli.
this.
Festus Ezeli was getting
Yeah,
cooked.
that was a
Like
thread.
he had a bad knee. We knew the conversations. Eldar, you probably were more privy living in that area. There were conversations that his injury, he was never really going to be healthy.
listen to
And
me,
then and playing him in Game 7 was like embarrassing, bro.
But the thing is,
bro.
though,
Listen to me.
Bruce,
Listen to
from
me, right,
that particular thought process has got us to 4 guards on the court.
bro?
It,
Let me
it
tell you
was
something,
always
right?
there, bro.
You see, when Steve says somebody has a good spirit about him,
Oh
right?
my god.
They have a good spirit about him, and he says, like, Steve Kerr's like the white Kyrie Irving. I would
What?
not be surprised if he's in there in the locker room and he has incense and all of that shit. It's a
You
vibe. You
stupid.
know what I'm
bro,
saying?
bro.
You know
He's a
what's
Eldad.
hippie. He's a hippie,
you know
Bro,
what's
bro.
he's on some
crazy
Phil
though?
Jackson
Eldad,
bullshit,
Eldad.
bro.
We're at the stage where we closed the game against the best team in the world with
Right.
4 guards and drink. And you see how
Right?
casually we're talking about it. Like we're not even like,
Yes.
bro. We're not even like
Not even
losing our
pissed.
minds about. Like we're like you. We're perfectly like understanding of the fact that we closed the game against the best team in the fucking world
I
with
know.
4 guards and Draymond Green.
You know what's interesting? Jim Park told
And
us
no
this years
Steph.
ago.
No Steph, no Jimmy.
Jim Park told
Ah,
us this years ago, bro. Like,
Yeah. He came
he was
off as
screaming
like
from the rooftops about this years ago. Everybody called him
see
a madman, bro.
his larger point was right. It was just I guess the aesthetic of what he wanted to see. It probably rubbed fans the
Bro,
wrong way, but his larger point was right.
I
You
believe this
know.
nigga, bro. I was with the nigga, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was with him, bro.
Nah, Jim has been right in a lot of regard. You know, it's just it's you know, I don't know if this you know what, even considering Jim's thought process, it would have been good to have seen the Warriors do what the Celtics did a couple years ago, which was like move Stevenson upstairs and empower another coach, and you know it made them more impactful as a unit. I don't know. I think Curry's just. I mean, I think Curry and him is just tied at the hip, but at the same time, it's like, bruh, for you to keep thinking that this is all about you, it's kind of like the Tom Brady going to Tampa and replicating, you know, winning. And then people now say, you know what, it wasn't Bill Belichick. For some reason, I got an impression that Kerr might feel like, yeah, it was, even though he says it's all to Steph, you can't say it's all for Steph and still running a split action with Pods and Draymond, and teams are looking at you laughing.
bro, and it's like, bro, and it's like he doesn't even stay consistent, right? Pat Spencer is hitting bullshit. He's clearly having the game of his life.
Yep.
And you're telling me your next move with 4 minutes left in the game is to move to pods?
Come on, man.
Are
Come
you
on, man.
fucking serious?
Come on, man.
No.
Bro,
Come on, man.
can we please rip the
Why
band-aid
didn't
off,
Jake? Why
dog?
didn't J.K. play down the stretch?
We
We
great
He's
know
low.
why
question.
He's
JK
low.
didn't play down the
He's low
stretch.
IQ. He's low IQ. And
He's
he's a
low
bum. That's
IQ.
why.
He took a bad mid range.
Right. Even
He
though we've
attempted to
So
seen.
he
score.
took
That's
a
I mean,
bad
who
why.
else
mid
is gonna
range.
take the
He
So
goddamn
now
attempted
we're
to
shot?
gonna
fucking
close with
score.
Buddy Hield at the 4. Great.
No, no. They didn't close with him. Steve said it's because he wasn't hitting shots. He took a bad shot. But
What?
that's
No,
basically what
no, but here's the
what he
thing.
said.
That's not
Here's the
exact.
thing.
That's his
Here's
exact
the thing.
quote.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. And
Fire
y'all
this nigga,
notice, hold
bro.
on. I need y'all boys to read between the lines. Pause, right? You see, like how when JK will make a shot, we'll hear Fix on the broadcast. He'll say, yeah, you know, the organization, those are the shots they don't want you to take. It's just threes and layups. We never hear him say that for nobody else. And I've seen
my guy Pat Spencer, who I'm a fan of. I like him more than Pods. I've seen him hit that
Yeah,
mid range.
little bitch.
I've seen him hit that mid range. So I'm curious why every time Jonathan Kuminga is doing something in the game, even not Kalina, but just from a broadcasting standpoint, we're hearing, yeah, that's not the shot diet that the Warriors want. And then it's like other guys taking the shots, and it's like, we don't hear that. Y'all probably not paying attention to the in between game, but to me, that's nasty. I need this kid to get off the team quick.
Bro, I'm just at the point I don't even give a fuck. Like the thing is, it's like this is why last year I'm finna excuse me, this might be a little long, but this is what going back to last year when we went when we got Jimmy, what did we go? 24-7?
23-8.
23-8. That's why last year when they was like, oh, we got it. We don't need JK's the problem on the team. If when he
Yep.
doesn't play, we win. All right, so cool. Fast forward to this year, he gets hurt again. And this time you don't dominate like you did last year. You're losing to the teams that you beat last year but when everybody was saying, "Oh, that shit's a fluke, it's not sustainable." Everybody was like, "Oh, you're hating, you're just a JK stand pushing an agenda." But no, it's the truth. Now you're losing with JK and you're losing even more when he doesn't play. And then last night, I want somebody to come on here and justify closing with 4 guards and Draymond. And when Buddy Hield was the main defender on Shea, and Shea had 40, I guarantee you Shea scored at least 25 plus, maybe even 30 plus on fucking Buddy. I promise you. It was either
Bro,
Buddy or
Jay,
Pat
he
Spencer getting
was
scored on.
taking step back three after step back three.
And hitting them bitches in Buddy's face because Buddy
He's
is
the
fucking tiny.
bro. He's the best closer in the game right now. Just outside of like Steph, he's probably the best closer in the game. And you're telling me your option right on defense is Buddy Hield.
For Buddy Hield, bro.
Buddy Hield. He can get it.
Over
He
him.
can get a switch on anyone but Draymond in that lineup,
And he can post them up.
And he can just post them up. And so basically, that 4 guard lineup, you're basically telling Shea the game is over. Just close us out.
Bro, because listen, the thing, if you, bro, or we should rewatch the fourth quarter of the game. He's dead. Shea is, when he comes back in the game, he's just mismatch hunting whoever's guarding him. It doesn't even matter. Pat Spencer, Buddy, Paz, whoever's on the floor. All right, boom.
Because who can guard him outside of Draymond? There's nobody in that lineup who can guard him. So Steve Kerr is basically saying, okay, we're resigning. We're basically telling Shea the game is over. You go win the game for your team. And that's what happened.
And that's exactly what he did. He put them, he said, all right, let's go. It's time to go.
4-point game with 4 minutes left. He just closes us out.
And he comes in, he scores 7 straight points, and the game is over.
7 straight points and just closes us out. Just routine.
Because he only played 6 minutes in the fourth, by the way. 6 minutes.
Like, honestly, bro, I'm at the point where I'm not gonna allow Steve Kerr to ruin my day anymore. It is what it is at this point.
And the thing, bro, you can justify the not playing JK when you're winning, but you're losing and you're still doing it.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
That's what annoys me because we're losing
JK
games
played
now.
well the third quarter yesterday.
Wait, because I see. I'm looking at the timeline, and I'm seeing a lot of people talking about Draymond Green. They're talking about, oh, he was a minus 17, blah blah blah. That's fine. Draymond Green hasn't been good this year, but look at our roster and tell me that Draymond Green is supposed to be good on defense this year. Bro,
He's playing with 4-guard lineups all the time.
The same way Steph Curry needs help on offense, Draymond Green needs help on defense. It can't be Draymond Green and Buddy Hield playing POA, and then we're talking about, yeah, bro, he's supposed to do
but
something.
I don't like comparing Draymond's role.
Nah, bro, you have to, bro, because Draymond's our anchor, bro. The same way
Draymond's the defensive anchor. He needs help.
Draymond's our anchor.
Bro, but the thing, that's the issue though. We have a 35-year-old anchor. At least Steph at 38 is still elite offensively. Draymond is still good defensively. But if you're asking him,
he's still elite on defense.
No,
he's still elite on defense.
But that's the thing though. Like if we're bro, we need to get out of the Draymond business, bro. That's what we really
I'm
need
cool
to
with
do.
that. Hey, I agree with that. But he's on the team.
That's the truth,
and
bro.
Breeze, go ahead, Jay.
You know what the issue is? These guys, it all started with Klay. When Klay came back in 2022 and he didn't want to take a back seat because Jordan Poole was balling, And then now, because you know what they try to do? They keep trying to put Steph, Draymond, Clay on the same level. Bro, Draymond and Clay fell off, bro. Like, it's okay. When you get older, you're not the same player, bro. It's normal, bro.
Draymond's
Not
still elite on
everybody,
defense.
not
Breezo,
everybody
the
is,
thing
not,
is,
not everybody's Steph, LeBron, KD, these guys that are still elite at this age, bro. Not all these guys are gonna
yeah,
lose like
but
this,
but
bro. It's
but
okay.
Breezo, Steph and Draymond are tied at the hip, so I feel
But
like it's just
tied to the hip, that's like loyalty. I get that. But when it comes to basketball, like, bro, there's a drop off, bro. One guy, Draymond, is handicapped on offense. Defensively,
I
he's
agree.
elite. But on
I agree.
offense, in 2025, bro, look at all these teams, bro. Like, everybody's power forward are elite, bro. Like, they do a
Everybody's
bunch
power
of
forward
things.
can score the ball.
Bro, it's crazy, bro. Like, if we
And the,
keep trying to cater towards Draymond, that's the death of the
and the
team, bro.
thing
Like,
is, I agree. But bro, this is what separates me from a lot of people, bro. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, get Draymond off the team. This and that. I want him traded, but as for the time he's here, I'm gonna be like, we need to help him out because I know that deep down
yeah,
they're
nah, I
not going
feel
to
you. I feel
win.
you. I feel
I
you.
want them to help him
because we're
because I
not
Nah,
believe Draymond
moving.
can help us win. But if you're not gonna help him, then get rid of him.
I love Dre. Like, I wouldn't disrespect Dre, but I just think, bro, it ran its course, bro. It's okay. Like, not all greats have good endings, bro. It's all
Yo,
good, man. Like,
hey Breezo, here's the next thing that you're gonna see, right? The next thing that you're gonna see, and I'm not gonna say like it's gonna be like a I'm gonna throw hands type of situation, right? Because I already see it happening. You see the Draymond Jimmy dynamic?
Oh yeah, that's gonna come to blows soon.
That's gonna come to blows soon.
You know what it reminds me? It reminds me of Iguodala, but Iguodala is not as like demonstrative as Jimmy.
Confrontational.
Yeah, like, but Iguodala is like yo, he can read out a slick nigga. Like, if you're trying to be slick, like, all right, man, like, if that's what you want to do, you can go ahead. But Jimmy's the type of guy that, like, he'll do it in public. He doesn't really care, like, you know what I mean? So I think it's kind
Bro,
of similar though.
We've already seen that at times, and I'm not saying Jimmy and Draymond,
But they would probably trade Jimmy before they trade Draymond. That's what's so fucked up. They would probably trade Jimmy.
Bro, Breezo, we've already seen, and I'm not saying Jimmy and Dre have any type beef, but we've already seen some type of power struggle on the offense at times.
I think they have beef on the court. Like, I don't think off the court they seem cool. Like, I'm not gonna
but
speculate
on the court,
but
we've seen like power struggles on the offense.
it's the same shit with KD, bro. Like, KD had the same problems, bro. I'll always bring up, bro, that 2016, that Christmas Day game, bro. Rewatch that fucking fourth quarter. Just rewatch it. The amount of times we had Draymond and Iggy at the top of the key holding the ball for 19 seconds, and then KD's getting grenades. Steph or Clay are shooting grenades. After that game, they said, yo, fuck that shit, bro. Scrap that.
You know that Draymond, I know the exact game that you're talking about. I know the exact game that you're talking about. Do you know that Draymond had 4 turnovers in the fourth quarter?
Oh, yeah, bro. I remember that game.
We had a 14-point lead, right? In the fourth quarter, we had a 14-point lead. This nigga had 4 turnovers in the fourth quarter. Right?
I remember that.
Dog, 4 turnovers. I'm not even exaggerating, bro. 4 turnovers.
And that was the beginning of, like, KD wasn't, like, mad at that time, but, like, he was, like, you could tell, like, eventually it's going to get to the point. It's like, yo, bro, like, why is the ball in guys' hands that are not going to do anything?
That shit led to the Clipper game in the last season with KD.
No, but that time it was already cooked. Like, KD was already leaving. Everybody knew he was leaving. Like, it was already cooked by that time. I'm talking about the first season when KD was happy. Like, he actually thought. But KD is funny too. Like, he actually thought when we won that everyone was gonna think he was the best player. Like, what world is this guy living in? There was no way they were gonna call you the best player after joining us. Like,
how the fuck can you have 4 turnovers in the fourth quarter and you got Steph Curry? You have Steph Curry and you have Kevin Durant on your team. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you know how many games we lost? That's why when people like, I get it. Like, last year, there's a lot of games we lost when Steph would try to play hero. But the thing is, I don't even blame him to a point because it's like, bro, we're running pick and roll. I get it. But that shit been figured out since 2019. If you keep running that shit, Draymond is literally doing handoffs when Steph has 2 guys on him. Like, what do you expect is going to happen? Like, he's going to have to shoot over 2 guys. He's going to have to shoot over 3 guys if he has to. Like, what else are you going to do?
That's going to come to a head, bro. Like, that right there. Like, that dynamic, a lot of people don't see it yet, but, you know, Jimmy is one of those guys, right? But Jimmy don't know from, all right, we're gonna do like the Steph 2-man action, Steph Draymond 2-man action, and we're gonna have you sit in the corner over here. And the thing
Yeah,
about
bro.
it is
Like,
that
yeah.
KD can do it because KD is just he's just skilled enough. You know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
just that good.
Because he can
Where
catch and shoot. He
He
can
can
do a
he
lot
catch
of
can
and
things.
catch and
yeah,
shoot,
and
and
he can
there's like
get his
so many
points
elements
like
to his game. But with Jimmy Butler is not a corner shooter, bro.
He wants the ball. Like
The man
in
gotta have the
Jimmy's
ball in his
mind,
hand.
he's saying, "Why am I not running the action with Steph?" Which makes sense, to be honest. Like it makes more sense. But the issue is when you do that, you have Draymond, and then now Steve been closing with
Yeah.
GP2, like, and then you have Pods on the court. Like, who are you gonna respect?
Bro, I mean, niggas
but
can like sit here and
the
still
thing
run that Draymond shit, bro. But nobody wants to say it. But the
It
reason
ran its
why,
course, bro. It ran
bro,
its course.
it ran its course. And to be perfectly honest with you, they were doing something different at the end of the year. The ball was in Jimmy Butler's hands, right? This
It
season,
was.
bro, I watched them start to shit out, bro, and it's like it's a lot of it's so Draymond heavy, and bro, it's weird because it almost feels like there is like this agenda to really get Draymond going. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why? Why is there such a emphasis to really get Draymond going on offense? And I've been watching it the entire year. I'm like,
he tucking up threes, just
He
like this is
stinks.
nasty, bro.
He stinks on offense, and it is what it is. He stinks on offense.
The only
Yo,
way, bro.
yo,
The only way you could justify Draymond being on the team is if you trade for a 2 guard or like a 5-man that are just elite offensively. That like it can hide Draymond's because he's still elite defensively, and then on offense he can get by like his
Can I
screening
say
and stuff like
something?
that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Of course.
Sorry. I wanted to say is that if you noticed yesterday, like basically the first and the second half, the second quarter, like when Draymond was on the floor, it was kind of very stagnant. But like, remember when he sat on the third quarter and that time when their lead, like they really got the lead, the ball was moving, everybody was playing really well. So I'm just saying that, yeah, like Draymond is like a big problem because he's a traffic cone. So I'm just saying that. But also, like, I wanted to say this earlier. Like, I was very annoyed last night, watching the game. But I think it's true what you said, Urkel, that I feel like JK should like just push through the mental stuff and just play his game, if that makes sense, because he's been doing everything that they've asked him. Like, in the beginning, like people were angry at him because he was supposedly trying to play hero ball. So he did everything else. Like he's passing the ball, he's rebounding, like he's one of our lead rebounders in the team, and he's still getting fried on the team. And you can tell when he's hesitating to play, because I feel like if he hesitates to play, he's gonna get benched anyway. So I feel like you got paid now, and you're gonna end up being benched anyways. Just play the game, and then if you get traded, like, yeah, just be like, and you'll end up being happy, like, Wiggins in another team. Like, I want him to be on this team, but I feel like he's never gonna win regardless, because if he plays well and you have Kerr, doing his thing, he's still gonna get fried. So like, I think that's kind of like, I feel like what he should do now is really just play through the mental issues of like, am I gonna be benched? Because I do think that it's not only us that are seeing, like a lot of people are seeing like what's going on. And you can tell, like, I know people were saying like, oh yeah, we're really gonna win the game last night um because the Steph wasn't there. Like, we really, like, I saw yesterday that we had a chance to win, and I felt like in the fourth quarter we gave up, like we lost. And especially, it's true, like that four guard lineup with Draymond, I feel like, oh yeah, like the score started going away and we just gave up. But we had a chance to win.
yeah, we made like a couple of boneheaded plays down the stretch, and it aligned with I'm not gonna blame Draymond, but it aligned with when he
No, but Draymond played well in the second half though. Like he was
yeah.
on the court when they took the lead in the fourth quarter. Like first half, he
Honestly,
was
bro, like
disgusting.
if you don't got somebody that like honestly the Thunder, anytime you rotate, right, they punish you. But it's not even like they were necessarily rotating the defense, but they were just doing something better where Shea just had like a tiny guy in front of him. And he's like, bro, this dude can't stop me. And he was just
Like,
going at it.
bro, Buddy Hield, bro. That's cone drills, bro. That's
Oh my
summer vacation workouts, bro. Like
And
that's
that's
what
why,
it is.
bro. And this is why I never really bought the Steve has an agenda against JK. I always thought he just didn't like him, so he didn't want to play him. But last night, how can you play Buddy Hield 30 minutes and 9 in the fourth,
I
and
think
he's
I think
getting
I think there's
baked by
something going on
Shea?
with. I think something
But
happened with
Breezo,
JK
but
off
how,
the
like,
court though.
listen, and I know you're a Steve Kerr guy, and even you're saying, like, how do you play Buddy 30 minutes when he's getting fried by Shea
Oh no, no,
84
I did
50?
I did
Like,
say that.
how?
I
But
did
you
say that.
can't, you
Bro,
cannot
Jay, that's my thing, right?
No, but
as a
I
coach,
think,
that's
bro,
what I'm mad at.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I just think the Kaminga shit, bro, is cooked, bro. Like
It's
my
done. It's
thing,
done. You
like,
got to get rid of him.
yeah, because my thing is, bro,
Okay,
I
you
want to
can
get rid
still
of
get rid of
Draymond,
him. Like you still
but
got to play.
I don't want to keep Kaminga. Like the people, that's my thing. My stance with Kaminga, it has nothing to do with like the Steve Kerr, none of that. I just don't like his fit as a basketball player. Like the way he plays basketball, I just don't enjoy it. Like he doesn't really shoot. He can't shoot. The handle is very suspect, and he's as an elite athlete, he's
Oh
not
my
really an elite
goodness.
defender. So it
Are you
just makes it
serious?
it's problematic, bro. So like now
Nah,
you're catering
but
towards. I would rather I want to trade Draymond and Kaminga. Get rid of both of them.
but
Like
Breezo,
they
that
just make
I
things
can
redundant, bro.
that I
Nigga,
can
you're
understand.
disrespecting Jay.
And
You disrespecting
if
JK.
you don't fuck with JK's game, I completely understand.
Because if you have Jimmy, what's the purpose of JK? You rather have a wing that can shoot and can defend.
What's
Like you
the
want a
purpose of
3-and-D
him?
wing.
Bro, let me tell you
Yeah, like
something. Here's the purpose, right? Here's the
The
purpose
purpose
of
of
him.
JK.
Because the alternative, you're gonna have 50 fucking guards out there, bro. That's the fucking
no, Irk. I'm
if you
not
have
saying
Jimmy
that.
Butler
What I'm
out there,
saying,
then you have 90 fucking guards out there.
no,
That's the
Irk.
goddamn problem, and then
Obviously,
nobody else
no,
can
Irk.
guard.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying obviously, if it's JK or guards, I would side with JK. But what I'm saying is, if you can somehow find a way, attach a pick, whatever you need to do, trade JK, Draymond, get a big and a wing back. That's what I would do. Like a wing that can actually shoot. So when you're running action with
You
Steph
see
and
what I'm
Jimmy, you
saying,
have
bro? This
guys
is the
that
alternative.
help them.
So you see when niggas was on the timeline last year shaking ass about get rid of Wiggins, get rid of Wiggins, get rid of Wiggins. This is the fuck what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Here we are. So what's going to happen now? It's going to be two
I
wings.
never understood the get rid of Wiggins.
Bro,
Though.
it's just going to
I
be
never
two wings
understood that.
poof out of nowhere, right? And then we have fucking Jimmy Butler there, and it's just going to be guards. The fuck are we doing, bro?
No, bro. That's what, bro. I'm hoping. I don't think they're gonna do it, but what I'm hoping is that they would get rid of Draymond and Kaminga and get wings in return that can actually fit in 2025 what you're trying to do. Because like Kaminga, in like potential wise, I understand it. Like I see why people still believe in him and why people want him to play. This is that. I won't fight back on it. He has all the tools. There's plays where it's like, yo, you can't teach that. Like Pods and Moody, put them
What's
to the side. They're just
Nah, bro.
pointless.
Moody, wait. I gotta defend Moody. Now.
Moody is
So,
pointless
the
too.
niggas
Just
being
put him to
fucked
the
with.
Bro,
side.
Moody, bro,
Bro,
he's
Brett
barely
Siegel,
playing.
bro.
His minutes have
Did
been
you guys
fucked.
hear?
So
Did you guys
Moody is
hear what Brett
ass, right?
Siegel?
So Moody is
Bro,
ass.
did
So
you
what the
guys hear?
fuck is Buddy Hield out there, bro? This
Bro,
nigga,
Buddy Hield is
bro,
terrible. Bro, Buddy Hield is terrible too, though. Buddy Hield is
like,
terrible too.
bro,
No, but
Breezo,
that
the
thing makes
the
you want to
thing
throw in
is,
the fucking river, dog. Oh my god, this nigga's
Breezo, the
annoying.
thing is, bro, you can I completely get what you're saying, but
team
for
is
the
just flawed,
purposes
bro. That's what it is, bro.
this team as of right now, Steve Kerr cannot look us dead in the face and tell us that he had Moody and JK glued to the bench in that fourth quarter, and
But okay,
Buddy
but
played 9 minutes.
Prince, I'm gonna ask you a question and just answer this truthfully, bro.
Yeah,
Like
go
this is
ahead.
why I hate when people bring up this Moody shit. If Moody was in the game instead of Buddy, would have anything changed? Yes or no?
Breezo, I'm not saying the game would have changed, but just give us
So
a
why are we
better
arguing
chance
then if
to
the game is
win.
not gonna change?
No,
Bro,
give
you're
us
comparing ass to
no,
ass, bro.
Breezo. It's impossible to say how any one thing would have impacted the game. But knowing the two
I blame
players,
Joe Lacob for all
knowing
this.
the two players, right, and knowing what they
That's
can
a
give us,
scapegoat.
as saying, okay,
But he's the reason why we
I'm not
went
even
this
gonna
route,
try something
drafting
that can
lottery
give us a
picks,
better chance of
wasting
But
winning.
Breezo,
Behind that.
you gotta play Buddy. You gotta play Moody just off the strength that one is shooting 40% from three and one is shooting 30.
What
It's
did
like
Moody shoot yesterday?
but this is the thing though about
But that's
like
the thing, no.
the
Bancy,
But
day-to-day.
Moody's
Bancy,
a
I'm not
far
saying.
better
It's
defender
like
than Buddy,
Bancy,
though.
Bancy, I'm not saying. I'm not
what
saying.
has Buddy
Yeah, but
done? What did Buddy
Moody
do
No,
can
yesterday?
Moody
at
plays D.
least Moody can
bro.
at least
What did
offer
Buddy
up
do
some
yesterday?
type of
Bancy,
resistance.
I'm not, bro. Bancy, what I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing. If he played Moody, should he have played Kaminga more? I even said it last night. I said Kaminga should have played way more last night. I said that. Moody, I get it. The size, this is that. He has more of an advantage on defense than Buddy. I understand. But the issue, what I'm saying is, why I just find it kind of pointless is because, like, bro, like, realistically, bro, none of them was changing our fortune, bro. We were losing that game regardless. None of them was making
No,
shots,
you could
and
have
none of
won
them
the
was
game
creating
last
shots,
night.
though.
You could have won the game last night.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda. It
No,
doesn't
but
Yeah,
matter,
if
bro.
you
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 win
press
in
the
the
right you
game.
push
Hey,
the
bro,
right
bro,
buttons,
but
you could
hey,
win the game.
I think this goes to a bigger overall point though, bro.
Bro,
About
Shea was frying our ass off. Who was
Okay,
stopping
then
him?
put
look,
then
but
put
look,
then
look,
put a better defender on them.
Breezo. This goes to an overall bigger point, right? What people have been telling me for the past year and a half, right, is that JK shouldn't have played for the past 3 years, right? Because we were in a winning situation, right? We're trying to win with the original guys, right?
Yeah.
We're in a situation last night, right, where you have a guy that's been shooting 40% and is 23 years old, and you have another dude that's 32 or 33 and has been shooting 30%, bro. Steph is not in the game. Jimmy's not in the game. We're not beating OKC, my nigga. Why do you have a 33-year-old dude that's shooting 30% from three in the game, dog?
Yeah,
For
that I
goodness sakes,
can't
can we
that I
at
can't answer for
least
you.
give
I'm
the
not gonna
young
lie.
dude a chance to finish the game, bro?
Bro,
Let
Bancy, I'm
him
not
finish
gonna
the
lie.
game,
That
bro.
point,
Like this is a clear development opportunity for the dude, bro. Give
no,
him the
I
time.
under
It's not that
I
deep.
under
Give him the time, bro.
no, I understand, bro.
It's
Like to
annoying.
that point, I'm not gonna argue against that point. But what I'm just saying is maybe we just need to accept the truth. Maybe Steve Kerr's washed, maybe Draymond's washed, maybe Jimmy's washed, maybe Steph's washed, maybe we're just cooked. Maybe that's what it is.
No, but
We
Bro,
have to be
this
honest with
bro, my
ourselves.
point is not. It's not
hold on.
about Steph. It's not about Steph and Jimmy, bro. It's about just like, bro, like
Yeah,
there are
yeah.
clear opportunities for development, my nigga. Give them to the dudes, bro. Give it to them, bro.
But
Bro,
Bancy,
Please.
to be honest, bro, Steve Kerr's 60 years old, bro. He's not changing, bro.
Nah,
I
he's
thought he was
yeah,
60.
older
Nah,
than
he's
60.
60.
yeah,
He's
but
He's about to be 60 years
Nah,
old, bro.
he's
He's about to be
That's
60
why,
in
bro.
2026.
That's why I don't waste my time. That's why I don't waste my time on Steve Kerr.
That nigga, bro. The thing with Steve is that he doesn't even try to do it, bro. He doesn't even try to do different shit. He just
yeah.
doing. He's gonna force his way,
He's just
and it's
stubborn.
either gonna work or it's not. But he doesn't even try to do other shit. That's my
Nah.
problem.
Hey, look, I'm gonna just keep it funky with y'all boys, right? Because I had everybody making some fair points, right? And let's just say the whole JK experience and the DNPs has been a roller coaster. The problems are still showing up themselves, even when new characters are the main characters. So when Jonathan Kaminga was receiving DNPs and Wiggins was on the team, everybody had a lot to say about Wiggins, and he's very productive in this season with the Miami Heat, right? Draymond Green is still limited, like he was last year. Steve Kerr is still limited in his ideology, like he's been the past few years. This has nothing to do with Steph, because from the number standpoint, Steph is playing good enough. I wouldn't even say this is a Jimmy situation. And Draymond Green on the defensive end for the entire duration of the season, he's been relatively good. But I just don't know how much more the team can be based off of one, how you're building a defense, two, who's your focal points, and this Travis Cup offense. You know what I mean? The team is limited, bro. You know what I mean? So like again, you got to address the elephant in the room. Steph is averaging 24 points last year. They started off with 12 and 3. That wasn't good enough. He's averaging 28 points, here under 30, right? Essentially 50, 40, 90, hovering around in some sense. Bro, you got to look at the elephants in the room. No Jimmy Butler last night. So who is the guys that you could say is better? So it's going to make this team better, should play more minutes, or are just simply not good enough? And you got to look at the coach too, bro, because he running offense like prime playing stuff on the floor, and they not.
Bro, Bruce, the relationship is done. Just try to get JK out of here and get back
I
something of
want JK
value.
to just wear street clothes. He should just wear street clothes until
Like
January 15th.
just trade him, get something of value back, and then we can forget the whole JK chapter. Because if Steph is gonna miss an entire game and Jimmy's gonna play 12 half the game, and JK only logs in 16 minutes in that game, then there's no point. There's just
Bro,
no
y'all
point.
keep, bro, can we stop saying get something of value for JK, bro? You're not getting nothing for
No,
him.
but but
You're
hold on,
getting
Jay.
nothing.
But Jay, that's cap though. Like I feel where you coming from, but I don't because we've seen players get traded for less. And sometimes when we're saying getting something of value, we're looking at a big name. There are good players in the NBA, bro. Marcus Smart
Oh
was
no,
a
there are.
deep Marcus Smart was a defensive player of the year. They traded him for Derek White, who was making $3 million with the San Antonio Spurs. I need for anybody up here to tell me they knew Derek White making $3 million on the Spurs was going to morph
No, they didn't
into
trade
this
Marcus
player.
for Derek White. They didn't trade Marcus for Derek White.
Bro, what I'm saying to you was, did he not get traded in alongside of bringing in Derek White into the fold?
No. They
Now,
brought
Derek
Derek.
White got traded at the
Derek White
deadline.
got traded in 2022 at the deadline.
Yeah, at the deadline.
They
So it
played a
was,
year together. They played
yeah,
a year and a half
it
together.
wasn't even at the trading deadline.
Oh,
What
it
I'm
was in
saying is,
January.
I
It was
think
in
y'all
January.
missing what
It
I'm
was like
saying. I'm
January.
not what y'all missing what I'm saying. I am not saying player for player. I am saying he was still acquired, which means they knew who the replacement was. And so this $3 million player, they saw his value to the tune of giving up a defensive player of the year. I'm not saying player for player swap. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Aaron Neesmith was buried on the Celtics bench for 2 years. He was also acquired by another team, and he's became a pivotal player for the now Indiana Pacers. There are players in the NBA, even if they're not a popular name, that JK, if since he's going to be traded, he can be removed from. The question is, are they going to be a Steve Kerr guy? Because there are
No,
guys around the NBA. There are guys around the NBA, bro. Whether it's a
I
Desamu,
agree. I agree, but I'm saying that this team, they're not smart enough to go out and scour the
it's
bad team
sad.
benches
It's
for
sad.
those type
Be,
of players, and that's why I have no hope. That's why I'm saying that you're not gonna get anything for
but when you
JK
beat
because they're
But
not
when you
smart
beat
enough.
a and you know what? That's a valid point. But you see, when you beat on your chest and like show up everybody else and say that you're light years ahead of everybody,
Like an
and it's been
idiot,
up
man.
and it's been about you and two timelines, it just confirms that you're an idiot. And
Bro.
I know a lot of fans wish Franz Wagner was drafted. I'm here to tell fans that if Franz Wagner was drafted, if they didn't choose Franz and say, Draymond, we're moving off from you, Franz would still be yo-yoed as well because Franz is better with the ball in his hand. That's why every time Paolo gets hurt, the Orlando Magic look like a better team because Paolo's usage goes up. If Franz or Franz's usage rather, right? So if Franz is on the
Either
Warriors,
or.
if Franz is on the Warriors and Draymond Green is the power forward, you still have a conundrum. And people
And
are
because
saying
and the
Kaminga
thing is,
doesn't
bro,
work. Yeah,
I'm gonna add on to that. The thing, if we drafted Franz, I think he would have played more than JK, and he would have been the better fit. But he would not have been the budding, possibly superstar that you're watching right now. Because guess who
he
would have been in front of him?
he
Draymond
correct.
Green and
Correct.
Andrew Wiggins.
He would
So where
essentially
was he
kind
gonna
of look
play?
like Jaime Jaquez, which I think he's better than Jaime. But of course, you can see what Jaime is doing now. Like he had a slump last year, but this year he's found it, so he's playing pretty good. He would just be right there. There would be a threshold. Like
I
people
agree,
are.
but he wouldn't have been the star that he is right now if he was here.
No, I agree. But what and it just furthers the point because I forgot what homie's name is, but he was saying the conundrum of why do you need Kaminga when you have Jimmy Butler? But then I can make the argument, why do you even need Jimmy Butler if you got Draymond Green? Because they both want to play the same position. Draymond doesn't want to be the five. He said it on podcasts, he said it in interviews, he's hinted at it in pressers. He does not want to be the five.
I agree. I agree with
Bruce,
that.
to your point, bro,
Mhm.
Joe Lacob really is the biggest idiot here, right? Because to to have a coach like Steve Kerr employed in your organization as the head coach, and knowing that to go draft these players, the biggest blunder like imaginable. Because I don't know what conversation he had with Steve Kerr before they decided to do this two timeline shit. You know, who knows, but just insane levels of stupidity to have a coach you know is not gonna develop these draft picks, right? And to draft
Melton
them
is
in.
active for Thursday. It's official.
Who's active?
So
Melton's active on
Melton.
Thursday. Okay,
Oh,
that's
nice. Another thing that I predicted. Oh,
But the thing, bro, the thing is,
so 4 more
I don't.
guards.
Wait, Melton's back?
JK's
because I
questionable now
because
with the knee
Buddy's
soreness.
still gonna play. Buddy's still gonna play. GP2 still gonna play. Pat Spencer's still gonna play. Who knows? We'll see.
Wait,
Maybe
did y'all
Steve
hear me?
will.
JK's questionable for
Going against midgets.
He's questionable for Thursday with knee soreness.
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh my
It's
goodness,
going
bro.
against midgets.
Going against midgets.
Oh,
Dog,
never mind. It's the
Urkel, I'm not
ankle. It's
gonna
the
lie
ankle.
though. That y'all had a special comeback last night, bro. Like when Pods hit that bitch
Oh,
against Chet,
JK and Jimmy are
bro.
questionable.
When Pods hit
bro.
that bitch against Chet Holmgren, bro,
Nah,
Yeah,
they'll
Steve
that's
Kerr should
a
have
play.
never called a
They'll
timeout,
play.
bro.
Yo, bro, let me tell you something, man.
that's an L,
Um,
man.
we were down 19 and then we were up 5. That's crazy.
Dog. You had the like Kerr does not know how to ride momentum. Like Pat Spencer just hit a shot against Chet Holmgren, that fucking fadeaway. Shea
Yeah.
comes down, hits a mid range. He calls timeout, gets him out of
No,
rhythm.
no,
Just
it's not.
fucking ride just fucking ride
No, but
Pat Spencer. Pause.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, Gabriel. Why he can't afford to do that? Because he can't afford Pat Spencer to play better than his stepson. Because if and at that point Pat Spencer's outplaying him, you can no longer say that Pods is
I'm sorry,
untouchable.
Pat Spencer's a better shot creator than Pods, bro. Like
I agree.
he has
I agree.
juice. Like I can't explain it, but he can get to his spot.
I think he got better vision. I think he got better common sense for the court. And outside of them little floaters and looking like Jack Harlow, I don't really see what he do well apart from taking charges too.
Like that shit that Casey Wallace be doing, he just fouls full court. That Pat Spencer was not affected by none of that. Like he was comfortable, and he just took him
I'm
out.
telling you, man, it's politics,
That
dog.
shit's crazy.
We can't afford Pat Spencer to show up
And
Pajinski
I
because we
don't
got
like the
this guy's
plus minus shit.
untouchable.
I
Hey,
don't like the plus minus shit either. But JK
bro,
was
I
plus
gotta say this, right?
2 minutes. Yeah.
Bro, I gotta say this. OKC, even if you're like a good ball handler, them niggas don't let you dribble. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
It's because they get all in your face,
But
bro.
Pat Spencer was handling that shit like he was an elite guard.
Bro,
Yeah.
the thing was frustrating. Like yesterday, I get it. We were losing. We were probably gonna lose regardless of what happened or not. But you had a chance.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for is a chance. We were getting blown out, and we had a chance. And this nigga Steve fucking throws the momentum all the way.
Yeah, you don't
Why
shoot
would you
yourself in
take
the
out
foot.
Pods for Pat
Hey,
Spencer
I've
instead
done
of
bro,
this for
playing both
years,
of them?
bro.
bro. You see like guys like say Pat Spencer and Pods, right? I think what happens with them, right, is that I like to call this get a load of this guy. You know what I'm saying? So I think once players get over the get a load of this guy factor, right? And they really start to key in on him, then they'll shut all that shit down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like a shock at first. Like they look at these dudes and they're like, get a load of this guy. And then they get like a few buckets or whatever, and then you start to key in on them. Because that's what happened to Pods last night. You know what I'm saying?
Pat Spencer is making less than 100K probably, and Pods is basically making about $4 million. And so the organization is like, we can't allow this guy to look better than Pods. We got to sub him out.
Bro, this is the thing, bro. What frustrated me was, bro, you had why Buddy like this Buddy Hill shit. I'm gonna keep talking about it because what Steve
Yeah,
said
he's
was
been
some
horrible.
fucking bullshit. He's shooting 30% from three.
Yeah,
His
he's been
defense is
horrible.
atrocious. And last night specifically, you played this nigga for what reason? You played him for what? He had 30 minutes, and this nigga was
But
415,
JK,
and
I
his
thought JK
defense
was
was
really good in the
garbage.
third quarter. I thought JK was really good in the third quarter. Man had 7 boards in 16 minutes. I think he was a +3. I don't know why the fuck he didn't get a chance to
Bro, I
coach.
think he yanked him like right after that putback, did he not?
Yeah, I'm glad.
It was a
Here's
little bit after that.
what I
Was it
want.
after that?
What I want is for JK to be buried on the bench, so you can't blame him anymore, and let's address the elephant in the room. Let's say he's getting traded in January 15, so you could X him out of the equation.
Okay, even though, but like the alternative is fucking Buddy Hield, and that's just like, come on.
Nah, but that's the Steve Kerr guy. That's you want to continue to keep playing the guys who fit your ideology. So play those guys.
POA Buddy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? I think I don't think any of us should expect anything from JK. You know,
Mm-mm.
once he got benched, because I think he started off the season great. He ran into some turnovers. They benched him. They determined that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't I don't expect much from him. After last night, after we were that short-handed and we saw
Yeah.
what happened, bro, let me tell you something, bro. Like last night, Steve was just like, yeah, we're just gonna ride or what he thought was the hot hand, you know? And it's honestly, bro, this is where I'm at. Trade away JK, trade away all the guys that Steve don't want. The Moses Moody, because Steve don't want Moses Moody, right?
Mm-mm.
Trade away Moody, trade away anybody that says anything critical about Steve or anything that's critically adjacent to Steve, just trade them away because Moody said something the other day and it got out on a timeline. And, next thing you know, right? So trade those guys away and let's just go with all of the guys that Steve wants. And I want to see something, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
Gary Payton, Pods, Pat Spencer lineup.
I
Let's
just
go
want
with
to,
all
bro.
of those guys, bro.
What I want is for them to trade J.K. with whoever Steve doesn't like, whoever doesn't fit, and when it does, and when you see that trading them niggas doesn't fix your issues, then you're gonna have to address the real issue, which is the coach, the system, and
Draymond.
Draymond. That you're gonna have to address the issues head on once you trade Kaminga out of here. Because once he's gone, who else you gonna talk about? Oh, then it's gonna
Yeah.
be Pods. I'm saying it right now. They're gonna turn on Pods as soon as JK's gone and we start losing games. I guarantee you, Pods is gonna be the scapegoat. I promise you.
He's gonna be a fucking pariah, dog.
And it's gonna be weird because when we were told y'all is JK's not the problem and we trade him and he's not here anymore, y'all are gonna see it's not Draymond. I mean, it's not Pods, JK Moody. It's Draymond in the system, bro. Just wait.
Fucking Andre Iguodala reincarnated in a white body.
Are we so sure?
Hey,
Are we so sure they're going to trade JK? Just keep
hey,
wondering.
Eric, play the soundboard when he said he gets a job.
He gets a fucking job.
Nah, they're gonna trade. They're gonna trade
Congo Kobe.
JK. I think he's gonna.
Is everybody so sure that JK will get traded? I'm just keep wondering
I'm
about
sure.
that.
I'm 100. I'm dead. I'm close to 100% as you can be. I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna ask for a trade because we
JK
know
for
JK
Giannis.
does it. Bro, JK has made it clear of what he wants. He was willing to sacrifice to try to help the team, but he wants to be a
It's
starter playing big minutes
not.
with the
It's
ball in
not. I
his
don't even
hands.
think it's about being a starter. What I think it's about looking in the mirror in the locker room and you seeing a lacrosse player who I like Pat Spencer, but just be real. This dude is not gonna make another NBA team, right? You looking down and they're like giving a lacrosse player more opportunities than you, even if he makes a mistake. Like, when does that ever happen? We're telling a lottery pick player if you make a mistake, we pulling you, but a two-way player, like, make all the mistakes in the world. We're going to continue to empower you. And it's bigger than what's going on this season because Irk mentioned it. Anthony Lamb, he's no longer in the league. This dude had longer rope. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's really no two ways around it, bro. But Kerr's ideology it's flawed. And I don't know if he's seeing that. And what's funny, right? Y'all boys, Jay, you mentioned them boys going 23-8 to finish the season. But look, you're in the same position again. You lost Steph Curry in the playoffs, and immediately there was only one individual who could at least make you fake contend for a game. And look at the Warriors now. Outside of the New Orleans Pelicans, who was like the worst team in the NBA right now, in a sense, y'all beat those boys, but okay.
You
I
barely beat
mean,
them.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like let's call a spade, bro.
Here's
Like,
here here's the problem, Bruce. That I'll just tell you.
mhm.
You
What
see,
up?
he's on like JK is not the only one on this injury report. Also, Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
Like, you got to keep these guys healthy, bro.
right.
Like, how you got to the attrition factor is starting to come through. I'm just
I think the Warriors. I
that's
don't
the
know.
issue.
I think they let the wrong people put the team in a chokehold because there was a guy named Laurie Markkinen who at 17 mil was probably going to be worth 45. I would take chances on Laurie and being able to acquire an additional piece as opposed to paying Jimmy 60 because I'm a fan of Jimmy Butler. 100% a fan. But Jimmy Butler don't give me $60 million vibes. He don't. You know what I mean? And then now, if okay, even if he's productive and he's making 60 mil, then you got to look at the others because of this new CBA.
You know,
Is
I don't even
Draymond?
mind Jimmy Butler at that number.
I
I don't
don't, but
mind him at
then,
that number.
you have to look at the others and their number. You got to look at Draymond. Does Draymond match up to his number? Because it's kind of where your roster stops as far as building. Like we're hoping that D'Anthony
All right,
Melton off of
so
an ACL can resurrect this
let me
team.
break it down to you like this, right? If Jimmy were making 40, would that be ideal for him?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So if that's ideal for him, what are they using that extra $15 million for exactly? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who would get that extra $15 million? Would it just be absorbed in another guy on the team just getting paid more and him just be right? So I
I
kind
would,
of
I would
like
hope it would give you better production than like what Hield or Moody and those guys are giving you, Eric.
I mean, sure, but it's like say you give somebody else the money, right? Is it a player that Steve Kerr would fucking play? You know what I'm saying?
So
Bro,
it's this it's
sometimes I really
disgusting
just
now.
gotta wonder.
It's disgusting that we even have to even ask it and preface it that way, but it's crazy.
No, sure. Like I think his right number, is around 40 something mil, right? But if we had that extra 40 mil, would we just be out of the first apron or the second apron or whatever? Because if you look at what Jimmy Butler is doing, he's actually having a pretty nice season. You know what I'm saying? It's just not translating.
It's not even a
Back
Jimmy
stuff and all of
issue.
that, it's actually not that bad. But how do I know that this organization would use that money, right? I would love for him to get paid less, but how do I know the organization would use the money and bring a player in that would actually fucking work? Because to be honest with you, bro, I think Mike Dunleavy is kind of afraid of Steve Kerr, right? Like, I think he just does whatever Steve wants. And this is why the roster is the way that it is because Mike doesn't have a fucking backbone, bro. Like, does he look like he has like a pulse in his chest? You know what I'm saying? He has nothing going
Fuck
on.
no. No, bro. He's this fucking errand boy. He's like Dre.
Who knows, bro? Like sometimes I gotta wonder. I would love for him to get paid less. I think the appropriate number is, around 40 something million, right? Like so right around what say James Harden is getting paid, right? However, how do I know that they would actually do something positive with the extra money? I don't.
I don't know that, but let me throw something out there real quick. Let me just use the Atlanta Hawks for example. Trey Young is the most paid player on the team, or the highest paid player on the team, and I think I'm not sure if he's came back, but if he hasn't came back, he's only played 5 games on the year. His team is very good. I'm looking at Nikhil Alexander Walker, a guy who we spoke about. He's only making 15 mil, and he's playing crazy good. Okay, I'm looking at a guy named Onyeka Okongwu, who has improved drastically as a big man. He's only making $15 million. You see what I mean? I'm not even talking about like the rookies and anybody else. Dyson Daniel, they got him on a steal, so of course his 25 mil kicks in next year, whatever the case is. But I'm just looking at teams like over the years who've done it, like the Heat, for year and year and year, where they found players who they can pay less and get a lot out of. I just don't know how you, as a winning organization, struggle to do that. And I'm okay with Jimmy getting paid, but the thing about when Jimmy's making 50 and Steph is making 50, you gotta question everybody else because of the new CBA.
Bro, like sometimes I don't even know, bro. Like sometimes I don't know. I don't know what these dudes are up to.
You never know with the Warriors, bro. You never know. Damn, we play on Thursday and then Saturday. We play the Sixers on Thursday. Whew.
And let me guess, Jimmy Butler ain't playing, right?
Nah, he'll probably play.
Are you sure about that? If he had to leave the game and it was a knee thing, how do we know that he played?
I
Yeah, I
mean, I'm
think
not
so.
sure,
I
but
think they're gonna rest him. We could put Pods at small forward. Oak Tree said
nigga, bro,
Pods
if
can
you
do
play,
everything.
wait,
So put
nigga,
Pods
if
at small
Jimmy
forward.
doesn't play and if doesn't play, damn, we might see 5 guard lineups tomorrow.
Yeah, put Pods at small forward and you got a chance at winning.
Damn.
somebody showed me something yesterday, right? And they said that Jimmy Butler was like top 5 or top 6 in EPM or something like that. So he's doing his thing or whatever. But I mean, I don't know, bro.
It doesn't even matter, man. All
He was
this
top
shit.
8. That's pretty good, bro. If you get a guy that's top 8 in EPM, that's not bad.
I don't really care, bro. Like all that doesn't matter when the team is fucking 500.
That's not bad.
No, we really poverty. We got a nigga averaging 30, another nigga averaging 25 and 5.
And the thing
And
about
we're at
it, right?
500.
The thing about it, right? You look at OKC and all these teams, they have lost several players on the season. I get it, bro. SGA is playing, so that's the biggest true engine of the team. But like, bro, their main players have been getting hurt. How will they continue to still keep getting better? And Steve Kerr's like, yeah, man, we got to keep fighting because we're losing guys. How come all other teams can still play well?
Shit on. Hey, because they plug and play, bro. Like, and Mark Dedna installs confidence in all of his players to just play freely.
I don't know,
There's no egos. Like, it's a team friendly environment.
Yeah.
Everybody likes each other. There's no tension. It's free will. Everybody loves coming to work. And then it's just thoughtless basketball, and that sounds crazy. They're not
Right.
overthinking. They're not thinking about, oh, if I do this, I'm gonna get pulled, or if I'm gonna take a back
Right.
shot, I'm gonna get pulled. It's just they're playing free. No thoughts, just hoops and vibes. That's it. And good vibe, actually. Not
I
the
mean,
vibes that they be talking about in Golden State.
bro, I think the formula this year, like, you can talk about it or whatever, but this was always a possibility. Like what's playing out right now was a possibility to happen. And I don't think, the way that we've played it, I don't think we are that good to be playing it the way that we played it. You know what I'm saying? The way that we started the season, it's almost like we're saying, like, we're going to rest guys and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. Bro, I hate the resting shit because it's almost like whenever we rest, we get hurt anyway. You know what I'm saying? Look how much we were load managing and doing this and doing that. And now we have gotten out of it. And niggas are still hurt. Steph is not playing the next game.
Jimmy is banged up.
And it's like all of that resting and throwing this game and throwing that game and doing this and doing that. And we're still playing 500 ball. It's like, really? And then to make matters worse, two of our guy who makes 60 million, a guy who makes close to 60 million ain't gonna play. And now we got the Pat Spencers running out there. Are we fucking serious, bro?
And what's crazy is that Jimmy, I would rather, this is gonna sound crazy, I hate the lingering issues for old guys. Like, they say the injury's not supposed to be long term, but as
Yeah.
an old nigga, you're gonna feel that shit for the rest of the year. And I hate these lingering knee tightness, knee soreness, because I'm not old, I'm pretty young, I'm really young. But as old niggas, they always complain about, bro,
Enjoy that.
if you're sore today, you're gonna be sore tomorrow, you're gonna be sore the day after that. Because
Yeah, I feel
you're
you.
playing a very high level sport. Like, you're playing basketball. You're running up and down, cutting here, twisting
Bro,
there,
listen to
planting
me.
here.
I can go outside and run 3 miles right now, and I would be fine. My body is used to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, but if I were to go to Lifetime right now and try to run like a 5-on-5, dog,
You gonna feel that for like a month.
bro.
You gonna feel that for a month, dog.
I would be laying on my back doing playback for like the next 5 days, not moving. You know what I'm saying? Basketball is not a fucking joke, bro. Seriously.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Basketball is not a fucking joke, bro. Like, my feet would be fucking kicked up in the air on playback talking to y'all for the next 5 days. That's how grueling basketball is. So when I see old niggas out there playing, I'm like, hats off to you, because that's why I don't bounce a basketball anymore. And I'll go out there and do a routine or whatever, but basketball, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing, bro.
Bro, that's what's crazy.
The
Bro,
only way you get over that, Eric, is by having youth with athleticism.
dog.
And the thing, bro, I just don't understand. Like, Steve, even if you hate Kaminga, bro, dog, when Steph is not playing and when Jimmy's not playing, there should be no reason you're fucking giving this
Let me
nigga
ask y'all
basically a
this, right?
DNP
So
in the second half.
let's look at the schedule real quick, right? I'm gonna look at the schedule right quick. So we got
Schedule.
all right.
Philly, Cleveland, Chicago, Dallas,
There's
Phoenix,
a lot of L's in here, bro.
Miami.
Niggas said a lot of L's in here.
There's a lot of
Hey,
L's in
listen.
here.
Hey, listen. Tomorrow's an L. Cleveland is an L. You might have a chance. Well, Chicago might be an L because Steph. I'm just assuming you're gonna lose all these games,
Yo,
besides the Mavericks.
this right here, this stretch right here is going to be the most important part of the season. Forget the end of the season. You see from Philly onwards, right? So,
From
and to
December
be
to
honest with you,
January.
there is no easy game right here, bro. Like you think Philly and Cleveland and Chicago, they're not, bro. And then we got Chicago and Cleveland in the cold, back to back.
You got a bunch of elite offenses, some elite
Right.
defenses.
So what I'm saying is that there's not any easy games here until the 15th, right? So the way that I see it,
Yep, he's gone. Yep, Giannis has started conversations with the Milwaukee Bucks about the two-time NBA MVP's future and discussing whether his best fit is staying or elsewhere.
Bro, this nigga
He's
need to
not.
stop dragging this shit out. Go, bro.
Hey, listen,
Go.
hey, Irk and Bruce, y'all. This also backs my statement. You're not getting shit for Kaminga if Giannis is on the move. You're not getting shit. They gonna be like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
No, it's gonna
We
be
ain't worried about
Draymond.
Kaminga.
It's gonna be Draymond, Kaminga, and all the first,
Urkel,
bro.
funny,
All the first.
funny, Urkel. Funny, Urkel.
All the first and seconds too.
Nigga, bro, he's
I
not.
wonder
Coming,
who
he's
I wonder
not.
who
He's
mentioned
not
that
coming to the West. He's not
yesterday.
coming to the West.
Jay, and people will sit here and say we don't know shit. How did I know that this was going to drop today rather than tomorrow?
How did I tell you guys this shit was going to happen yesterday? I told you
remember.
it was
SB
going
taught
to
you.
happen.
How can
I
we
was
predict the
basically
whole
Lakers.
bomb at this point, bro?
SB taught you.
Oh shit! Jay did tell me that in his room yesterday, and I heard it. I heard it otherwise. Hey, but don't worry, y'all. I won't do a subscriber only thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I said today, no sources. I said no sources. I just
Anyway, like, how many picks do we have? Like, is there?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I was just about to do that, Eric.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Jay has sources, dog. Jay's been calling everything this year. I'm not gonna lie.
We said yesterday that it wasn't going to get released because they don't want NBC to get the shine. You know what I'm saying? But now we got Giannis out here. So this is just in. It wasn't just in. Giannis' agent have started conversations with the Milwaukee Bucks about the two-time NBA champion's future, discussing whether his best fit is staying or elsewhere. Sources tell ESPN. A resolution is expected in the coming weeks. All right. That's just a nice way to say that he's requested a trade.
He demanded a trade. That's what that story is.
Yeah, man, demanded a trade. The fuck?
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
But hold on. I want to make a couple points. I'm gonna drop in a sec. I just want to make a couple points. So first of all, I debated Breezo last night. He started making ape noises, so I called him an ape. It was not a racial reference. Well, okay. Anyways, not that I care what people think. Number one. Number two. So King came on here last night and he lied. He lied. So I went through every single game in the 91 finals between the Lakers and Bulls. I'm going to do this very quickly. So Scottie Pippen was the primary defender in one game. Michael Jordan was the primary defender on 88% of possessions. He held Magic to 18 points, 42% shooting. What King said was a lie, number one. Number three, I think what's so funny about the game last night that people aren't talking about is the whole game changed when Draymond Green got in foul trouble. Golden State had 11 turnovers in the first half and just 4 in the second half.
This is a real
And the
conversation.
reason is after Draymond Green got in foul trouble and went out, the Warriors ran a real offense. They didn't run the donkey offense with Draymond Green. They ran a real offense. And when Golden State in the second half had only 4 turnovers, they went on a run. And that's the NBA today. Even when a team is outmatched, the way Golden State was with Steph and then Jimmy out, even when a team's outmatched, if you're at home and you don't turn the ball over, eventually you'll go on a run. And that's what Golden State did in the third quarter. Pat Spencer is not an NBA player, but Pat Spencer had 6 assists and 0 turnovers. Green had 4 assists and 3 turnovers. And so the Draymond Green offense does not work, period. But it doesn't work at all when Steph's not on the
Brandon, did you call Brizo an ape?
No, so he was making ape noises. So I said, I said, are you an ape? He was making noises like an ape. So I said, are you an ape? It had nothing to do with race.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't answer to you. Anyways, what I was going to say is, but the final point I want to make though is, when you talk about Jimmy Butler, like, and this is why the people who want to scapegoat Kuminga, the whole basis for benching Kuminga was that Moody was playing well. Well, Moody's been trashed for 2 weeks, and Steve Kerr decided to close with Buddy Hield as the primary POA on SGA instead of Kuminga, even though Kuminga had 7 rebounds in 16 minutes. And so it's just the whole idea of closing with 4-guard lineups against a team as big as Oklahoma City it's just delusional. And Steve Kerr, if any coach in the league closed with Buddy Hield as the POA on SGA for 6 minutes, they would be called out and excoriated. But the point is, Golden State media is state media, and the Warriors fan base has become desensitized to Steve Kerr making horrible decisions and playing these small four-guard lineups. And so what's interesting is when Steve Kerr makes these horrible lineup decisions, he doesn't get criticized because he's done this so much that the Warriors fan base, it's like a battered wife. They've become desensitized to these horrible rotation decisions. That's my point. One final point, though. I have one final point that I'm dropping. Urkel, when you say Jimmy's not the problem, and he's having a solid season, he's making $60 million a year, your take is delusional. You're missing a key point, which is that Jimmy was a positive defensively for Golden State last year. Because when Jimmy came to Golden State, it was the second half of the season, and Green was playing the 5 almost the entire second half of the year. And so Jimmy's a good help defender. When he can gamble and get in passing lanes, he has value defensively. But now that Green is not playing as many minutes at the 5, Jimmy can't gamble on defense. So Jimmy is not doing anything to help Golden State as a help defender, and he's not getting cooked. He's getting fucking fried defensively on every possession. So you're trying to justify Jimmy at $55 million a year. He's a one-way player scoring 20 points a game who's going to play 55 regular season games. That's essentially what he's played for the last 6 years. The point you're missing is he's not a two-way player this year. Not only is he not having any positive defensive impact this season, he is getting fried right and left. He has been Golden State's worst perimeter defender in the starting lineup since Pods got benched, other than Steph. He's getting fried right and left. And that's another reason why, if Golden State starts Moody instead of Kuminga, the defense on the wing is cooked because Butler's not POA. He can't guard on the perimeter at all. And with Green not playing as many minutes at the 5, his value as a help defender is 0. He can't gamble, and he's getting fried individually. So $55 million for a one-way player dropping 20 a game, playing 55 games a year, that the math doesn't work. It's absurd. Jimmy will scallop in the playoffs. He's good in the playoffs.
Brandon.
Well, hold on. One final point. Jimmy's not worth close to $55 million in the regular season because he doesn't play enough games, and he's a one-way player.
How about Giannis, though? Would you trade him for Giannis?
Yes, I would. But here's the thing. Here's why Giannis will not come to Golden State quickly. Okay? The main reason Giannis will not come to Golden State is Steph's old, but the main reason he won't come to Golden State is Giannis is getting older. He's going to turn 32 in 4 days. So Giannis wants to play the 4, not the 5, because he doesn't want to bang physically with Gobert, with the Anthony Davises, with the Jokic, the Senguns. He does not want to play the 5. And everything goes back to Steve Kerr and Draymond Green. Giannis is not stupid. He knows if Steve Kerr is the coach, Steve Kerr will make him the 5. Steve Kerr is not playing a 7-footer who's not named Kevin Durant at the 4. Steve Kerr would play Giannis at the 5. and Steve Kerr would play Giannis at the 5, 40 minutes a night. And Giannis does not want to play the 5. Not at the Giannis never wanted to play the 5, and Giannis particularly does not want to play the 5 at this point in his career. And so the
Giannis is
main
not a
reason
fucking
Giannis
idiot.
wouldn't
Tell
come,
him, Brandon.
hold on, I'm finishing here. The main reason Giannis won't come to Golden State, he does not want to play. Giannis would not want to play for Steve Kerr in the motion offense, but in particular, Giannis does not want to go to a coach who plays small ball where he's going to be forced to play the 5, 40 minutes a fucking night.
I'm good looking.
So Urkel, that other thing I told you.
Anyways,
the other thing I told you, Urkel, in private, Urkel, that's gonna heat up too. Watch.
Yeah.
Tell us,
And
Jay,
even though they're
tell
gonna
us.
keep winning, no, I'm gonna leave that one out.
How would they get Giannis though?
They would have to move him there.
Of course, I mean it's obvious.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious. I mean, it's pretty obvious. That
Yeah,
they
of
would.
course, Samuel. It's not happening. I know, bud. Well, I do that in private, Ray.
Giannis Laker jersey coming soon. I'm surprised y'all don't have a Photoshop already.
Happening.
I mean, there's plenty of those out there, Urkel. They'll just bring it back up.
I mean, Luka, Reeves, and Giannis. Jeez, who else do you guys want?
Y'all had fucking Kevin Durant. Stop crying. You guys had Kevin Durant and said it was even.
Yeah, it was even.
You had Anthony
Don't cry.
Davis.
Don't
and
cry.
you-
Don't
you-
cry
you
then.
lost in the first round. I mean,
Don't cry then. Nobody cares about. Nobody cares. You are the
Urkel, you know
fuck-
what's funny is I didn't even put what I told you in this other group chat. But then somebody, it's funny, bro.
you put what in another group chat?
I didn't even because I don't tell that other group chat anything. You know what group chat I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't put anything in that GC anymore because it's meaningless.
Yeah.
But I kind of teased this out, and they're like, "How did you know this?" I was just, I don't know. How did I know?
I mean, yesterday I kind of said like when the shit was going to be released, and it gets released today. That's kind of funny. Oh shit! Oh, that's comedy.
Eric, what you heard about the Warriors though? Like, what about our team?
In terms of getting Giannis,
No, just in general. Just like, what's been going on?
bro, I don't know, man.
Bro, niggas, they don't even clown us no more, bro. They
Anything
fire.
that- bro, anything that I would say, it's not fucking positive, bro.
Dog, Eric, we got 5 niggas questionable for tomorrow.
Bro, it's not positive, man. Like,
Dog, there's no way, bro. And this is where I do agree with Laker. Is if I'm paying all this, I brought back the same team that went 23-8 last year, and we suck now.
all right,
If you think I'm gonna make another move and waste other assets at the
That's,
deadline, I'm not doing none of that shit.
that's kind of the road that we're going down. To be perfectly honest with you, that's the road that we're going down.
Dog,
where
you have no center if Post doesn't play.
I think Lacob, the year before we won the title, they were kind of trying to go in one direction, and then Steph was so great that he won the fucking title. You know what I'm saying? And then
Leaves.
And then they had to kind of, I don't even know if they changed courses. They just kept on going with the course that they wanted to go, and then that didn't really work, and then it created like a weird dynamic. And I think where the front office is at this point is that their plans have been sort of ruined, you know, in terms of what they wanted to do.
It
So I
blew up in their
think
face.
here's what it feels like to me. It feels like they're just going to just do the bare minimum and just give Steve what he wants, but they're going to give Steve what he wants in kind of like a bare minimum kind of way. It's kind of like your girl wants to go out on Friday night. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't want to.
Instead of going to like a nice spot, you're going to fucking Chipotle on Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they're doing right now. That's what
Because
they're
you're
doing.
gay, Trey.
Instead of you're going to fucking Nobu or somewhere nice, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to Nobu on a Friday. You're going to go to not even Applebee's. Applebee's would be cool, but you're going to Chipotle, you know? And you're going to sit outside, you're going to have a meal, and you're going to talk a little bit, then you're going to go back home and you're going to get back on playback. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you're about to do. Or that's literally what we're doing right now. No steakhouse, no nothing. You know? And that's what the Dubs are doing. And it's so obvious, bro.
Wait, Eric, can you answer me a question real quick, bro?
Yeah.
Was it Steve Kerr's philosophy and offense that got us that great start in 2016,
Yo,
or was it
Eric,
Luke
ban this
Walton?
nigga OG Trey right now, bro. Ban this nigga.
Ban him for what?
Yes. Look at what he just fucking said in the
Bro.
chat, bro. Look at this, bro. Get this nigga out of here.
But nah, back to what I was saying. Was it Luke Walton? Eric?
Was it Luke Walton? Yeah. I felt like they were playing, the way that they wanted to play. It was like, nah, we need more balance in the offense. Right? So Steve has a way that he wants to play, and and it's funny because the way that they were playing during that time, that's literally what basketball is now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me say it again. The way that they were playing during that stretch with Luke Walton, that's literally what basketball is now. But back then, it wasn't enough balance with Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr needed more balance on the team, which can be a double-edged sword, because when you have the type of balance that he wants, you're giving less capable guys the ball, right? But everybody's more involved. So that's always the balance that we got to strike. But sometimes he just overdoes it, bro, because it's almost like he thinks that his system is like the end-all be-all, And it's not. It's about talent.
That's exactly what he thinks, though.
Yeah. Let me plug this guy in my system, and like everybody, all these coaches has the illusion that they can just plug and play this guy in your team and your system looks great or whatever, but it's not, bro. Like them shit's about talent. Like last night, we were going up against a talented dude. That's about talent. You put the ball in his hands and he's just frying everybody that he sees in front of him, But we need a talent injection on the squad, bro. Like this shit can't continue. But I can tell you this though, we see Giannis right now. Everybody and their mama's lining up. You know what I'm saying? So on our team, everybody should be afraid right now. Every single player on our team should be afraid because Lake Up will give anything up to get Giannis. Every single player.
Afraid, man. I think they should be happy, bro. Get away from this nonsense.
Everybody.
Bro, he's not. Giannis is not going to the Warriors to go to another Buck situation. You have no future.
Windhorse went on NBA Today. They're not opening him up to the league. He has a short list. That short list, like I said, will come out very shortly. You will know that short list very shortly.
And the Warriors are not going to be on. He already played with Dame Dollar in a shitty future. He's not going to do it again.
Dame Dollar is not. Get the fuck off that stage. Shut
the fuck up,
bitch. Fucking bitch.
Get the fuck off the stage,
Dollar
bitch ass nigga. But hey, listen, Irk. Another team.
Braun Factory. No, Braun Factory. I called this yesterday. This tweet's gonna come out. I'm gonna tell you who's on that list. I know who the fuck's on that list.
Bro,
so I don't want to hear shit.
I could see Giannis, bro. I think he's gonna end up in New York. But a team that I could see making a fucking massive push for Giannis is Toronto.
The Six.
I could see Toronto making a hard.
I told you guys this yesterday, bro. I mean,
like I could see the fucking Raptors going like whatever you want, bro. You can have it. I'm dead ass serious. I think
they're not opening it up to the league. It'll be a short list.
I think the Raptors would want to.
I'm gonna share the tweet in here.
I think the Raptors want to keep Scotty, but if they had to, I think they'd ship Scotty ass out of there. If it really came to it, like I think they would get Scotty the fuck out of there if it means they got Giannis.
So Giannis did in the summer say he wanted to go to the Knicks, but Knicks will be part of that. The Lakers will too, and Miami. Those will be the three teams.
Where is that clip where he was talking about large market and he was kind of being like a smartass about it?
He thinks that everybody should be in the large market.
Yo, this man,
all the Europeans.
This man is not going to go to no small market team. It's going to be
not a small market though.
It's going to be a large market, right? So that's probably the only thing that we got on our side, bro.
But
it's only large market.
I agree.
We're a large market, right?
Toronto's not a small market.
It's not the U.S., bro. It's
damn.
But Giannis is from overseas. And another thing that he said was the state taxes. He brought that up too when he was talking about it.
The state taxes?
Yeah, he brought that up.
If it's state taxes, that Toronto is cooked then. right?
Oh
Like,
yeah, Toronto. But that's why. But Irk, I think it was just being a smartass because, bro, Irk, all the contenders, all the big markets, the state taxes are fucking insane. Like they're insane.
what about
California,
Miami?
New York,
Wait, Jay, even
Toronto,
even Miami?
Denver, not Denver. Not
Yeah, not,
Miami
it's
has
not
no state
Miami, bro.
taxes, but I don't know what would they give the
You know
what
what's
would they
crazy?
give the fucking Bucks?
Because the rumors when Jimmy was in on the Heat, right? Jimmy and Giannis have been parallel, you know what I'm saying, like in these little trade discussions ever since. You know what I'm saying? So now that we're here, Jimmy's contract matches Giannis like to the dollar, basically, right? So it's all this stuff, man. It's all this stuff.
It can, but
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. The Bucks, like, they're not trading fucking Giannis for Jimmy.
Yo,
Fuck the
Space
Bucks.
Game Prince, right? Don't ever disrespect Steph Curry and mention Damian Lillard in the same sentence.
That's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, that's disrespectful to fucking Steph.
That's like
Like,
mentioning Paul George and Bron in the same conversation.
it's
Stop.
disrespectful. Like, you niggas gotta relax. Like, Dame, bro, Dame is in Kyrie convos. Russell Westbrook.
Man, don't give no power to that bullshit, bro.
Nigga
So,
was talking.
so here's what it is, right? If he has a list and they're going to work with them, and it's not going to be like a contentious thing, you know, me personally, I think Giannis played this perfectly, right?
He did.
He played it perfectly. Like he didn't make it contentious. He didn't do anything like
He
that.
tried
right?
to make it work.
Giannis made the shit bottom out, right? Because sometimes, like guys, they
But that's not the list that they're referring to. What he said in the summer, just FYI.
No, I understand
true,
that,
sorry.
but yeah. So,
He was
so
going to
I-
go to the Knicks. That deal was done, Urkel, by the way.
So I think
The Knicks deal.
the way that he played it out, right? Like you need to have perception on your side, and quite frankly, perception is on his side right now because there's no way that you can look at that Milwaukee team and say, "All right, that Milwaukee team." No, it's not a tenable type of situation. So he played it out perfectly. So what's going to happen now is that whoever can offer the most draft picks to get him, that's the team that's going to get him. You can attach like whatever contracts or whatever, but this is going to be a draft pick, young player situation. More
The
like
picks don't matter. I mean, the players.
Well,
don't
if
really
he picks,
matter.
the problem is the places he wants to go to don't have the capital.
Yeah, but people say OKC, but I mean they don't
No,
have.
but Urkel, I'm saying what I'm trying to say is, yeah, the list that he's going to create, the Knicks,
Do you think
if
the
he
Warriors
is
are on the
Knicks,
list?
No,
I don't think they are, bro.
You don't think they are?
nah. They're.
I think they're
I
on
don't
the
think. I don't see why we would. The thing, Giannis
Urkel,
has said that
it's
he
the
wants to
Urkel. You
contend.
said it yesterday, Urkel. It's the age.
So I think we're on the list, but I don't think that he's going to go there.
Yeah.
I don't think,
Because
bro.
Well, that might be fair to say.
Yeah, so
I'll give you that.
we're on the
I think he
list.
might do a solid. Yeah.
So I think we're on the list, but I don't think that we are. I
All the
don't
way at the
think
top.
that
We're
yeah,
not very high on the list.
I don't think we're high on the list. You know what I'm saying?
I think he has 5 teams. We're probably number 5.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. But I don't think he's coming here. I don't think he's coming to the West. I think he's staying out east. That's what
How
I'm
about
saying.
you? Don't follow me? What happened?
The only team that I could sadly see him going to in the West, it's 2 teams. It's LA and it's San Antonio.
It's a
Those are the
Texas
only
team.
2
It's got to be a
teams out
Texas
west
team,
that I
bro.
could see. But likely it's probably going to be a Texas team if he does come to the West. A team that's young, got a bunch of athleticism. He won't have to carry the team, but I think he's staying out east. That's why I think Toronto is a legit suitor because they can give him picks, they can give the Bucks picks, and they can give you a already star in the league, like already young star in the league.
If I said
It's
to
gotta
y'all
work.
Draymond and Kuminga, and then how many ever draft picks that we
I
have
would
available?
drive them motherfuckers to the airport.
Bro, facts. Bro.
I would drive them niggas to the airport.
I would do a cross country trip in my car.
And I'm Irk, but this is a thing that Warriors fans won't mind, but Steph fans they not gonna like it. If you did get Giannis, that motion shit is dead. It's
It
done.
better be. It
It's
fucking better
done.
be.
You're gonna be playing Giannis pick and roll offense with shooters. It's dead. It's over.
And fire Kerr,
I
hire
don't
Steph.
There's some opportunity
No,
here,
you
though. I will
fire
say this.
Steve and you bring in Mike Malone. That's what you do.
Mike Malone?
Yeah, you fire Steve and you bring in Malone.
Now,
Yep.
whether or not you're involved in, like, get him, you can be involved in this trade too. That's another thing people don't know.
We're not, bro. Our offer is dog shit. The Bucks are gonna look at this offer and be like, "Are these niggas serious? Get this shit out my face. This shit fucking bummy, bro. You got Kaminga and Draymond and 4 first. Get out of here."
Yeah, bro. This is going to be an interesting dynamic.
Like, nigga, bro, get me fucking Giannis. But I think he's staying out east, so I'm not even gonna get worked up about it.
This is going to be a very interesting dynamic, to say the least.
Nigga, Giannis gonna go to like fucking Toronto or New York.
Yeah.
Toronto, bro, pay attention to the Raptors.
I don't think he's going to go to the Raptors, though.
I could see it. The infrastructure of the team is already there.
Yeah, it is, but I have a
No,
hard
they have like 3 wings there. I don't know.
They got a bunch of wings in defense. Good coach. Like, I think they're a factor.
Yeah.
New York would just be if you go to New York, it'll just be for the market value. Because for a team built for Giannis, I think the Raptors are built better to suit Giannis contending right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting trades that are going to be made. A lot of interesting trades.
This deadline is gonna be this trade season is gonna be insane.
Shit, not as insane as Luka going to LA.
Luka going to LA?
Yeah, last year. That shit that came out of nowhere.
Would you rather have the Trey Murphy package or would you rather have Giannis?
Giannis.
Greek
Giannis.
freak. Greek freak.
He's a freak. I want the whole package. Giannis and a new coach. Giannis and a new coach.
That's too much.
Nigga, if it was me, nigga, I'd be getting a new everything.
You're gonna have to swing players. So whether or not it's not gonna be straight up, you have to swing players to other teams to pick up capital to send to them.
Yo, let's sell GP2 for 5 seconds again.
Well, I'm talking about for any of these teams. The next 2, by the way, would have to do it. They don't. They spent up a lot of draft capital when they got what's his name? The guard from New Jersey or from Brooklyn, Mikal. Yeah, they fucked up. They kind of did that. Yeah.
So Jay, quick question. I'm gonna ask real quick. If the Lakers were to go in and want to make an offer, what exactly can they make? 'Cause they don't really have picks, and Milwaukee wants picks.
That's why you need another team.
Yeah, Milwaukee's gonna want like 4 or 5 picks. That's for sure.
Giannis not.
But nobody
Giannis
has 4.
not
So
play for LA.
the
Stop
problem
it.
is where he wants to go. It doesn't have those picks.
Yeah, New
Stop
York.
it.
New York
Y'all
doesn't have
tripping.
them.
Y'all boys
Miami.
tripping,
And New
bro.
York doesn't have them.
Giannis
Miami
is
doesn't
not
have
trying to
them.
play for y'all boys, man. Come on, what are y'all doing?
Wait, what'd you say, Bruce?
Okay, bro.
I think he definitely would want to play with Luka.
No, but here's the thing.
It's
Let's use
just
common
impossible.
sense.
There's just no
Bruce,
way.
they talked. Bruce, they
Hold on,
literally
Jay. I'm
had.
not going
They
to
literally got
Jay.
together, and I know this, by the way.
Jay, you
And
don't
I
have to
told you
tell me
this
you
tweet
know
was
this.
coming today.
Jay, you don't have to
And
tell
I
me
told
that
you this
because
tweet was going to happen today.
Jay
All right,
Cooper,
bro.
I know you have sources. You don't have to tell me that. I said, let's use common sense and talk basketball. Is Giannis better with the ball in his hand or not? Answer for me, Jay. Is Luka better with the ball in his hand or he not? How could the two of them guys
That's
work?
not how
It
these
makes
players think, bro.
nah, yeah, that's the reason why LeBron got Russell Westbrook and then he was receiving death threats because they don't think with common sense. You're absolutely right.
LeBron won't be on this team anymore, bro. It doesn't
I
even
never
matter.
said that. I never said that. I was
So then
talking
you could go
about
talk about him in Cleveland, bro. Don't even talk about my team, bro.
Here
End
this
this
dude
shit.
go. Here this dude go getting emotional. Relax. I'm simply saying Giannis and Luka are not a good basketball fit. That is a fact. Y'all boys just be slurping over every superstar name that get thrown in there. You just start going crazy. What's up with y'all boys, man?
I do think Knicks are slightly in the driver's seat.
I don't think LA has the assets to do it, but I believe in that new management, bro. That's the kind of shit they want to do.
And by the way, this will happen fairly quickly.
Oh yeah, I think Giannis gets traded before the deadline. I think he gets traded way before the deadline. Actually, I don't think it's gonna wait. I don't think they're gonna wait.
I do think I do think Austin has to worry. I will say that right now.
I do think. Yeah. Nah, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna fucking. I don't think y'all are gonna trade for him.
You don't think so?
Nah, I don't think they will.
Well, I hope the Lakers don't get him. You know what I'm saying? But I hope you know what I'm saying, bro. It's one thing if they had Bron there, right? But to be honest with you, they got a young guy there, bro. The nigga's like 26. You know what I'm saying? And then Giannis is 32. So
Nah,
they got
Giannis
a
is
younger
30.
superstar there. That's very attractive, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I believe.
So, Eric, who's going to be on board?
I believe.
if
I
those are
let's put it this
teammates?
way. I believe the only way this would happen, Urkel, like they would not play together. Those two would not play together. I know that for a fact. Like LeBron and Giannis, that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even salary wise.
Not even salaries, but it just.
All right.
Personally, I don't
We
think it would
better
work.
hope, right? We better hope it's like a scenario where Giannis like kind of just wants the whole situation to himself. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want like nobody like there with him or whatever. So you can hope for that type of situation. You know, if you want a star next to you, and you kind of come to the Warriors, bro. Like Steph will just like. Steph is the most malleable player to play with. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no type of hiccups there or anything.
So I do think Giannis wants to go somewhere where he can win. He's made that clear. He wants more. He wants to win more rings. And then to Bruce's point, when two great players link up like that, like what Jay was saying, I don't think they give a damn who has the ball. Like they figure it out.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It might not
That's what
be
the
a
players
great
think.
fit.
I mean, that is
Yeah.
what they think.
That's what they
think
think.
to
It
themselves.
might not be a great fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they think they can make it work.
Nah, this
So
shit matters.
Well, here's the problem, Urkel.
what you're saying.
So I would not look for anything to happen. And like we got 12 days of nothing to happen.
Yeah.
They're gonna wait till after the 15th. So
okay.
Urkel, this
because more salaries come open. Houston, because I'm sure they're gonna want to talk to Houston. Like they're gonna want to talk to some other teams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like so, I know he's gonna have a list, but they are gonna talk to Houston.
Urkel,
you know what I mean?
Steph is not viewed as malleable anymore, bro, because he comes with Draymond, bro. After that, after KD left, bro, any like vision or any
yeah,
the way Steph is seen has been changed forever, bro. Like when it comes with Draymond, bro, you have to fit around Draymond. What he did, like, bro, like the funniest thing or the saddest thing that came out to me, bro, was honestly the RDC skit after Jimmy was traded here, bro. The RDC skit they made, dog, it was literally Draymond and Jimmy going back and forth. And that's probably why Jimmy didn't want to come here to begin with. He just came here because
Jimmy didn't want to come. No, so now you're, brother. Don't start the fan. Jimmy didn't want to come here because he wanted to go.
There is something to that though. Like he's not lying about
He
that.
wanted to go play with
Jimmy,
KD and Devin Booker because so he wouldn't have to do as much.
Jimmy was a fan of, or he wasn't a fan of the Warriors at first. Like I saw it for myself. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
The
he kind
only
of
reason
came
we
here
paid the only reason he came here because we paid him. That's it. I don't.
precisely, right? But we weren't his first option. If you want me to keep it funky with you, bro.
Of course we weren't. He wanted to go to fuck. He wanted to go to goddamn Phoenix.
Because people were telling him there was like, yo, you know, a lot of people were saying, yo, you sure you want to go over there and play with Draymond? And like that stuff was being said.
Hey, Jay, if it was just Steph, you think we would have been the first option or not?
Hell no.
What's that? Say that again.
If it was just Steph with no Draymond, do you think we would have been Jimmy's
It should have
first
happened 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
No.
What should have happened?
It should have happened 3 years ago.
What should have happened 3 years ago?
The trade.
The Jimmy trade?
What fucked you guys? What fucked y'all is when the summer before he signed his extension. The summer, like, so that summer, right? That's the same summer. That's 23. Am I right? That's 23. Am I correct about that when he signed it?
Who?
When Giannis signed his extension was 23, right? I'm correct about that, right?
Well, yeah. The new one, yes.
Yeah, that's when you didn't. When he fucked everything up when he signed that extension. Like, I think he was seriously considering you guys in 23.
I just think,
23.
bro,
I think that's well. I was afraid that was going to happen. By the way, in 23.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. The Giannis shit was always a pipe dream.
I don't think it was. It was very serious back then.
Nah. I think before that Dame trade, we had a very good chance, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And then they got Dame. Dame that summer. It fucked that because he signed the contract and then they got Dame right after. Remember, Urkel?
Bro,
they got Dame
if
right
you went
after.
to the Dame shit, there was a good chance that he would have been a Warrior, bro.
Yeah,
right?
Very good chance.
So when he went there, I remember this too because when Dame signed, right? The Bozos were saying, "Oh, I thought y'all were gonna get Giannis. We thought you were gonna get Giannis." You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, how the fuck could I know that Milwaukee would have pulled Dame Dollar out their ass? You know what I'm saying? So, but at that point, bro, he wanted to leave. You know what I'm saying? And quite frankly, he probably should have left. You know what I'm saying?
What happened was he felt obligated to sign the extension after the trade,
because
which
they
was
got
stupid.
Dame. Bro, they got a name out of it. You know what I'm saying? And he was excited because he likes Dame Lillard. You know what I'm saying? But then you saw how you like that move. It had like unintended consequences. You know what I'm saying? Because now they couldn't guard point of attack. You know what I'm saying? They were a point of attack team. So that's where that hurt them. But back then I was looking at that trade and I was like, hold on. So you have him, and you take away a pivotal guy from them that did something specific, and that's what you're gonna get, So I don't know, man. But I think that was the time for him to leave. Like now, sure, he's gonna make every team that he goes to great. But the problem is that what are you gonna get back for? You know what I'm saying? From a Milwaukee,
you just gotta wait and see.
And what are you gonna give up? There's like a couple of situations that that he would work in, but he doesn't want to go to that team, And then there is an interesting part about like his family living in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like
that was bullshit. That was bullshit. That was bullshit.
But they're still here?
They came back.
Oh.
They were for a point in time. Okay, I don't think his family likes Milwaukee. Specifically his wife. I don't think she likes it.
She don't like Milwaukee?
I don't think she likes Milwaukee.
Guys, I know something you guys don't know. Haha, someone's coming home.
Yeah, you little bitch. Eric, pull this bullshit trade up from fucking NBA Trade Report.
Which one is it?
I'm finna tag Eric in it. It's this shit, bro.
Is this one?
Can you?
Yeah.
I have that account banned.
Look at this dumbass fucking trade, bro.
Well, there has to be a third team, or even a fourth team.
Giannis, Dylan Brooks, and Grayson Allen to New York, and
That's a crazy
Jalen
trade, by the
Green,
way.
OG, and Mark Williams, and multiple first to Milwaukee, and
Uh,
Phoenix gets the Phoenix shit's
that
not
ain't the,
possible because the money doesn't work. That's too much money coming in. That's way too much money coming in. The Knicks will fleece
yeah.
this trade. The Knicks are receiving. The Phoenix is receiving. Cat makes 50 something. That's damn near $80 million in salary. They're only
You
sending
know,
out.
if they add Giannis and Dylan Brooks, right?
That's the automatic fucking trip to the
They're gonna
finals.
win the title, right? Like, no,
Yeah, they'll probably win the finals.
not only
That's
are they
a
going to the
that's a
finals, but
crazy
they'll win.
trade.
If this shit goes through, New York is winning the title. I don't care how fucking good OKC
Bro,
is.
Cat and OG on a note, bro. Or do you understand how lethal Giannis and Dylan Brooks would be with Mitchell
Holy,
Robinson backing in the back line and Mikal Bridges? That is fucking elite defense right there. That's
holy
fucking
shit!
elite defense.
Wow. Okay. I don't think that's possible though.
I would have to look through the money, but I don't think this is
I mean,
the money. I
all you
think
got to
Phoenix is
do, all you
receiving
got
too
to do
much
is
money.
copy and paste it and put it through Chat GPT and see if the trade works.
Oh,
That's all you
should I
got to do.
take that too?
Yeah, you could just do that. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Let me do
Because
that.
you have to give it commands, right? Does this work within this year's you know, I can't think right now. Collective bar CBA. Does this trade work?
Bro, I don't think it does. That's too
So
much
here's the
money
thing.
coming in.
The big thing here is what don't people really understand is Milwaukee, yes, picks are important to his degree, but they also want to win in the meantime because they don't have their picks.
Yep.
That's
That's the other thing.
that's impossible. They need draft picks.
Except the rebuild, man.
Except the
But they
rebuild, right?
think, but the thing is, they think that, man. That's the
Yeah, they're stupid.
They're
That's why you're
idiots.
about to lose Giannis because they're fucking dumb.
They're all idiots.
Yeah. The fuck do you mean?
Because what the fuck are
I
you
mean, you would
talking
have
about?
to, Ali, you would have to involve the teams that have it, but they're scattered. Those picks are scattered.
They're
in
some
Portland
are in
and in Atlanta.
Portland,
Some are in
Portland,
Atlanta.
Atlanta, Washington. New Orleans picks those been expired. They're in Atlanta, Washington, and fucking Portland. Like their picks are done.
He has to want to
They
go
don't.
there 235 free, but I think they're going to call him up.
Who wants to go where?
I don't think Giannis wants to go to Houston.
Nah, I don't think he wants to go to the West, man.
I think there's only one team. That's why I said I think there's only one West team that he would accept, and I think everything else is East.
What is the West team? Because I think it's San Antonio. Look, I'm not gonna lie.
Houston, why give KD more shit, bro? Fuck it.
No, fuck no, nigga. Why, bro? KD, how
You
much
niggas
help
just
does
love
that
giving
bitch
KD
need?
fucking shit, dog.
How
Seriously?
much help does that bitch need?
Oh my god, bro.
You're already
Niggas
playing
just
with
love
an
giving
all-star.
stuff to KD. God damn.
The funny part is I don't understand why San Antonio is not interested in him. That's what I don't understand.
Unfucking believable. All right. Jay, you starting up?
Yeah, I could start up if y'all want me to.
All right, start up. I'm gonna take a little break. I gotta
y'all.
to do. Playback.tv/Space Gang Lakers. They'll continue the conversation over there.